website called All About the Tea.
Told all about the tea that during the fight.
Hey Teacups, it's your girl Monica. Welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. Joining me tonight are Teacup affiliates, Schoolboy. Hey Schoolboy.
Hey.
Hey, did you get a new camera? You look great.
No, I moved the iPad, but then I got a little stand, so it's got the little hookup, so I can see everything.
You go ahead and upgrade now. I like the upgrades, okay? We have the Bishop in the house. Hey, Bishop.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are
Bless,
you?
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Never been here with your
And
black
highly,
hat.
I know. Mm-hmm. And highly favored, too. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
go on ahead with the
Hallelujah.
Black Power signs. The Black Power.
We got to get some order in the Black community.
We do. We out here wilding in the Black community. What's going on?
We have the lovely Plez in the building. Hey, Plez.
Hey, y'all. Happy Hump Day.
With the lipstick.
Happy Hump Day. Happy St. Patty's Day for those that celebrate it.
That ain't for me.
Yeah,
thank God
exactly.
for-
I'm not Irish.
Well, thank God for the slave masters that gave us my last name, Sue. And the Black people in my family, my great-great-great-grandfather changed it so you can recognize who's Black in the family.
I like that. Okay. Black Power. Now I see where you get it from. Long line. Bishop, hit us with the super chat. You have to go and do that.
I love this. I love y'all.
I love
y'all. Don't even know it.
I love y'all. Listen,
I see you, Bishop, stimulating us with that stimulate.
You're like, oh, go ahead and bless the folks. All right. I'm here for this bonfire hashtag basketball ex-wives colorist has been. So Lord.
They read hard.
Y'all know they ex-wives. I don't know why they just kept saying wives. I'm like, man, Shawnee, you was going through a divorce when you was making the show.
So Evelyn wasn't even a wife.
These heifers.
She was a side chick.
Yeah.
Well, no, she never got to be the wife.
minute.
They were engaged for like 10 years.
Yeah, because she was stealing his money.
She married Ocho for like a month and then got rid of him.
After
She's some head bummer. Tammy said that ain't even true, so I don't even know.
I believe Tammy because that's like a domestic dispute.
Tammy ain't lying.
And come on, I mean, I don't know, Evelyn.
She a demon.
All I say is the source. You know, consider the source. Miss Marcella, hey sis, are you ready? Hit that like button, please. Tea is coming. I'll be watching with you. Hello, teacups. Hey, Marcella.
Hey, Marcella.
I think Marcella just found out about that like button. I'm telling you, she can't stop talking about that like button. Hit the like button. I know that's right, though. We love you, sis. All right, y'all. We're gonna just dive into things. A lot's been happening today. Just seems like a lot is happening in general. The energy in the atmosphere is heavy, right? A lot going on. So first and foremost, before we even begin, I need y'all to subscribe to the channel, okay? And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go on and bang that notification. Well, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. That's what I mean. Subscribe. But if you are, go on and bang that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we serve on this channel. Teacups, on the agenda tonight, OG's shocking secret recording that blows the lid off Basketball Wives editing and plotting to make her look crazy during the episodes. Let me just go ahead and dive right into it. Did y'all watch the episode last night? Did anyone watch?
I don't give them heifers my views.
Yeah,
I tried, and I seen that demon Evelyn came on the screen. I was like, nope.
Turn the channel.
I don't even get that far, Bishop. So good for you. You get that far. I don't even click.
It was the first scene on the first episode.
In the separate houses, the segregated homes, it's just a lot going on. I mean, I watched, but not while I'm like, doing a million other things. I watched bits and pieces of it.
Background noise.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a lot going on. So anyway, last night's episode was a doozy, and OG is accusing Shawnee and the other ladies of plotting. She said during the quarantine, they were plotting to, instead of being apologetic and coming back with open hearts and being genuine, they were plotting to make her look crazy, destroy her, and discredit her colorism claims. I believe her. I do. I really do. OG's a smart lady and she keeps a receipt now. And she took to social media and posted text messages between her and those new girls, they're twins, Nia and Dorsey. Y'all know them?
Harper, who that woman?
Yeah,
Women.
child. I have no clue. They just popped up out of nowhere. They're just twins on the show. And their sisters, Nia and Dorsey. Here they go. Let me pull them up real quick. Yeah, that's them. And so they're Nia is accusing OG of plotting last season to take Phoebe down. And according to Nia, OG was begging her to come on the reunion to expose Phoebe's secrets. And so they were friends at first when they came into the house because OG does know the twins. And then I don't know what happened last night. And maybe the people in the chat can explain to me, but they just started arguing. And in that argument, Nia started exposing OG and saying and accusing her of all kinds of mess, which OG denied. Then she took to social media and she posted text messages between herself and Nia. I'll go ahead and share my screen. It's a video, so we need to probably gonna have to play it twice, but I'll share my screen and we can look at it together. To clear her name, because according to her, she did not plot with Nia to bring down Phoebe. Can y'all see that? There's no sound.
Yeah.
Maybe Bishop, do you want to read it, or anyone on the panel if y'all want to read it? I'll stop.
Okay. It says, just a heads up, just called me with some Basketball Wives LA drama regarding her friend and you. And the blue one says, what drama? She says she is still upset because I told her not to go around me and call you after I already told her I didn't get a response about you and her homegirl, Nia kicking it. Now, I guess Nia is on Basketball Wives LA. She hit me up with all the drama last night looking for a storyline. She said you reached out to her friend Nia via producers. Now that Nia is on the show, and she put like a shrug emoji, and she said, let's be clear, I did not reach out to anyone, so I don't know what she's allegedly talking about. You and V told me multiple times that Nia wanted to meet me and that she...
Okay, it's a video. You move. Is that it? Yeah.
Okay. And Nia wanted to meet me and that she wanted to come on the show to talk S about old girl. And I clearly said, no, I'm good. I don't know any of them like that. Not do I care. That's exactly how I remember it as well, which is why I was confused as to why she would even be reaching out to me about it. I feel like she is still trying to get on the show. Either way, I figured I'll let you know. I don't know what they are doing, but I know how sneaky VH1 can be.
Let me go ahead and move that over a little bit.
Okay. I'm not sure blank, but I do remember her saying that day that she fought with Phoebe. And exactly, I'm so pissed off that this little hoe Nia used to use my name to get on the show and lied on me, and I will never do any I would never do any with that V girl ever again in life either, because I originally did not want to even do the AfterBuzz interview. And then she corrects herself, anything. I did it because she seemed cool, and all the while it was for clout. Yeah, that's crazy that she used your name like that, knowing dang well she did not know you at all, at effing all. She probably told V she would put her on.
Let me go ahead and move it over.
Yeah, that's it's
Okay,
a new
yeah,
one.
there you go. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy that she used your name like that, knowing dang well she did not know you at all. Okay, I read that.
Okay, that's the old one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me move over a little bit. That's it.
So that was maybe her vibe the whole time. And this is exactly why I don't F with females like that. They are always so whack and manipulative. That the sad part is I was never hating. I just did not know parts. I didn't want I did not know parts of the BS, and I have a right to say no. The F. I wanted nothing to do with any of them, and I made it clear this S is crazy. But I know once again I'll be vindicated. Yeah, that is definitely true. It's unfortunate that this industry has people acting wild. I'm so grateful that you reached out to me because Lord knows, absolutely, I only want the best for anyone. I've worked, I've worked. Okay, I wasn't gonna let them try and attack you on. Okay.
Yeah, let me keep it moving. Yeah, reading these text messages can be such a. Ugh,
These chicks are vicious.
I know. Hmm.
Let me see. Well, I do appreciate it, and I will get to bottom of this. If I find out that blank gave that girl my number, then that will be another issue in of itself.
Mm.
Yes, please let me know if you need me. I will let you know if I find any other text. Okay, cool. Thank you. Absolutely.
Okay. What's this? What is that?
You're like a
Oh,
shark.
it's a
Phone
call
call
list.
chart, like
Yeah,
a
call list or something like that.
Oh,
No.
I thought that was like a voodoo.
oh
I'm
Lord.
sorry.
You was about to
I was
block
like,
the
what
demons.
the
Bishop, this,
world?
this this ain't the demons. This ain't the demons, Bishop. This
Yeah, it
this
was like a phone
I thought it
call
was a
log or
spell list or
something.
something.
I'll tell you something now. OG keep a receipt, okay? Look at
Mm.
this. This is a call log she pulled up. Okay, let me keep going. What does it say here? So to answer your question from yesterday, I never called that girl. I do not know that girl. Thank God for technology. All
Mm.
right, Bishop. It says, oh snap.
Oh snap! Just so you know, just so you know what the F is really going on. Okay, receipts.
I know, right?
Let me see what else. I'll keep this between us so you can bust these out when you see necessary. I get a random text with images of blank and blank from blank, and then a call. I never gave that girl my number, so that's why blank thought it was production. I have no reason to lie. The sad part is I gave that girl some good advice and really tried to help her. Never again. Love basketball wives teaching us life lessons. Ha ha ha.
Oh God, they just need to go on and cancel this show with the low ratings and stuff.
Oh
It's
my
just too much.
these tired heifers. This
It's
is
team too much. Let me see right here. Right, that's the new one.
Okay, blank. Why didn't any of you guys reach out to me and ask me if I knew that girl? I can only speak for myself. It never crossed my mind to ask you, to be honest. I asked Nia because she is the one who said she met you before. And that's what sucks because I never had a chance to tell you all the facts. This girl had her friend uh, bugging my bugging my PR for months, trying to reach me because she wanted to get on this show so bad. I was nice enough to hear her out, one time and said no, thank you to the BS she was talking about. The same day I did my AfterBuzz interview was the same day the girl V called Nia, put her on speaker, and tried to force her on me. I have it right. I have a right to say no. I did not want any parts of what she was on. The thirst is real.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming Nia worked at AfterBuzz. That's what it sounds like, huh?
That's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I said no thank you multiple times to that girl. I wished her luck. And that was that. I do not know how she got my number, but if I find out that it was given to her from production, I will get my legal involved. My legal team involved, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We did not give her your number. We are aware that you value your privacy, Lord Jesus. Are you referring to her calling you a while ago to talk?
Okay, let me go ahead and keep this
Referring to you calling you a while ago to talk about the Phoebe stuff? Yes, she texted me and called me talking about Phoebe and all this other nonsense. Y'all keep trying to let these girls sneak attack me, and it is not right. You guys keep trying to put me in bad situations, and I promise you that will not end well. You are fully aware of my pending lawsuit. I need not to say more on that subject. Ooh, y'all trying to have her lay some bodies up.
Oh my God. She just needs to leave this show.
I think she's stuck in contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all keep trying to let these girls sneak it. Okay, I read that part.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Okay.
and well, you are fully aware of my pending lawsuit. I need not to say more on that subject. I was nice enough to take that girl's call and gave her sound advice to the questions she asked me because I am not a hater. But what will not continue is the constant lies. I do not know her at all, and I never reached out to her. I know for a fact that blank and blank asked her how she knew me. So why didn't anyone ask me? Wow.
It's all very strange, you know.
Production's
Now she got
dirty.
her number, and okay, that's the end of it. All kind of strange how she got her number and all of it. Do y'all want to comment on the text messages that prove that she didn't know her? Because according to Nia last night, she swore that they knew each other and OG was reaching out to her to get dirt on Phoebe for the reunion, etc. And OG denied it. What are your thoughts, Bishop?
This smell like Vasandria. And I'm telling y'all, they so thirsty to throw this girl under the bus. It's not even funny. It's like if you don't like the girl, just say you don't like the gal. Just say, you know what? I don't like you and your ugly face. Like, just be real, because people have acquired taste. Some people are very vocal that they don't find OG attractive. I just need people to be honest. Let's say you're not our cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
We're all about your Eurocentric features, and we're about light skin or light brown. Just be honest. You're not our style.
Mm-hmm.
Mean girls do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why folks get so sanctimonious when they get older and act like colorism. What is that? And given away your whole girl group is light skinned girls and light brown. Let's be real.
Schoolboy, Dominic Walton, thank you so much for the super sticker. We love and appreciate you. Thank you. Schoolboy, now what the schoolboy? Girl, she says, I love us for real. I love you too. I love this panel.
I use the Monique line. I love us for real.
For real, for real. And it's genuine. No, we really do love each other. We really do. I love you, schoolboy.
I love you too.
Love you, please.
I love y'all too. Sorry, I was on mute.
That's okay. Has the weather cleared up yet? It cleared up down here a little bit.
Yeah, I don't hear the devil out there beating his wife no more, child.
Mm-hmm. It was beating hard too. It was like a hurricane.
This was one of those thunderstorms where your grandmama make you get off the phone, cut off the TV, unplug the TV and the phone. You know what? Just go take a nap. Just go take a nap.
The
God is doing his work. So yeah,
cleaning everything up. Okay, good. Yeah, it was hard. It was fast and furious, but it went right through. Chocolate Padilla, thank you so much for the super sticker. We love and appreciate you. Let me see here. Loyana Dale, thank you so much, my love. She's so nice. They're fighting hard for the money. If their truths are exposed and the show gets canceled, they have nothing to fall back on. Too dried up to start over, girl. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's a mess. Beautifully animated. Thank you so much for the super chat. The people need Grammarly. Ridiculous. You know what it is too, when you're reading all those things, like to me sometimes the letters just start to get mumbled and it's the bad grammar and trying to read it in a context where you think they mean it too, like how because they don't use punctuation, there's no commas, there's no, so it gets like, oh goodness gracious.
Do anybody else feel like a nerd when we use commas and semicolons in the correct way of writing? I'm like a nerd. It
matters because you can really read something like with the super chats too. You can read things the wrong way if there's no comma or hyphen or the ... something. The interracial perspective. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're always so supportive and kind and wonderful. Haven't watched the show since Royce. Yeah, I miss Royce. Just here supporting y'all. Hey, Monica. Hey, boo. Hey, boo, boo. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Empress Nick says, I've been stopped watching that last time with Brandy. You know what? I was never a Brandy fan. I kind of liked when Shawnee canceled her on the beach. You're fired. Your services are no longer needed. Bye. Goodbye. Skedaddle. Get out of here. All right, let's check on our folks. Should we do the roll call? Let's do the roll call, y'all. Let's do the roll call.
Roll call, it's a roll call. Tune in and let us know what's up with y'all. We want to hear what you got to say. Teacups, turn them up, what you sipping on today. Roll call, it's the roll call.
You know what? I think we need to remix that.
I love that song. It reminds me of like the 90s. Hey, I like
take you back.
Don't it remind you of Carl Thomas a little bit?
It does. Bishop, I gotta tell you what that beat is. Remixed. It's what's his name? Frankie Beverly and Mays. Think about it. It's sped up. Yes, sped up. Sped up. I gave it to the producer. I'm like, because you can't use the actual beat. I was like, do something with this because I don't like this. This is my favorite. I'm old school. I was like,
it made me feel all oldies, but the old people trying to be a little young, like Charlie Wilson. That's what it made me feel like.
Oh, yeah.
They got a new Cupid shuffle.
I've seen it.
It's too complicated.
Them old folks ain't doing that. That's a young people Cupid. They really trying it. They are trying. Come on now. Come on.
Bad enough the TikTok dances, you need to be in shape.
That's
too much. Too much.
Oh, yeah.
Too much.
You gotta stay in shape, I guess.
Forget that. Yeah. But, I mean, even if you stay in shape, it's you gotta be a coordinator. You have to know how to. You gotta be a dancer for that stuff. It'd be just too complicated for me.
The cha-cha slide is my personal favorite, but then y'all know you'll be at the party and the DJ will play the extended version. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Wait a minute now. You're taking it too far. My knees ain't built for all that.
You
right.
too much. Wait, 6 hops this time. Who did that?
Shoot, I hit 33 and the knees got worse. I'm like, what?
My knees ain't built for all that. But you know what? My knees are, because I do. I work out And when you go to the supermarket and stuff and you have to bend down a lot to, like, you know, the bottom shelf and stuff, that's a way of working out too, and going up and down the stairs. And so no, my knees are all right, but dang, I ain't.
You doing them squats? Shoot, I see.
Yeah,
keep it tone, Monica.
Listen,
keep it on.
listen.
I know.
Right.
I know, Mr. All About T's like, hello now.
He probably like,
listen.
Look at them. Oh, he probably like, oh yeah, girl. Come again. Put them kids up
with y'all tonight. I am not playing with y'all tonight.
Put that leotard on.
Put on that negligee, okay?
Get that Savage Fenty on out the closet, girl. Put them kids to bed. What time they going to bed?
All right.
Just get in there.
All right, so let me see who we have in the chat. Okay. By the way, I saw a lot of teacups over on Monique's channel for that Tea with Monique. We had so much fun. I love y'all. Y'all be showing up.
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
It was. It really, really was.
Kudos to y'all.
I'm gonna need her to put that link though for the Patreon. She need to quit playing.
Oh yeah, she needs to go ahead and drop that, right?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get up in that. You know?
Yeah, I got my money ready, and I've been looking everywhere. I'm like, I can't find it.
It ain't dropped yet, but she needs to hurry. All these teasers, hurry on, Monique. Come on now, girl. You know we gotta get into that. So Tanya, Vernon, thank you. Thanks for joining us this evening. Hey, Lisa, Liz, Jeanette, Oliver, Jaspire, Edith. Hey, Edith, LaDanya, Jojo, Aya, Connie. Hey, Connie. I like that name, Connie. Connie down at the school board. You remember? Shout out to Gary running for Senate over there in Baton Rouge. Yep. Nene, y'all need to get out and vote. Okay. Symphony Love. Listen, you are just so supportive and kind. I saw you over there on Monique's channel. I peeped you. Yep. Coco Houston. Hey, Coco. Ashley Parlor. Miss Leah. Hey, Miss Leah. She's just always so sweet. M.O. Hey, M.O. I love your avatar. It reminds me of Princess with that blonde. Kearney, what up, Bronx? That's our Bronx homie. What up, girl?
No, you're out there in these streets.
Listen. She don't play, okay? Know your own worth. Hey, my love. And she's a mod and just so supportive and kind. Shout out to all the mods in the chat. Justice Williams, Darren Hood. Hey, Darren. Low Key, what up? Beautiful Kimmy. Now, y'all know I love that name, Kimmy, right? I have a cousin named Kimmy. I love my cousin Kimmy now. Let me be very clear.
But you can't stand Kimmy on Love
Oh,
no. Marriage Hospital.
I don't know if well, she's been quiet lately. So, you know,
They
it's
ain't
been
got no
good.
storyline.
The episode's been real good. She hasn't been like, you know, talking a lot. So I'm good with it. I'm good with that. House of Princess. Hey, boo, you enjoying that party? Mm-hmm. Interracial perspective. We love. Hearts and hugs to you. Empress Leah. Hey, Empress. Mina Ruth. Hey, Mina. Nisi getting candid with the culture. I know that's right. I like that name. Roslyn. Philly Diva. What up? Black Man Thinking. Everyone that's joining us tonight, thank you so much for being here. You could be anywhere, but you are spending your evening with us, and we appreciate it. All right, so let's keep this thing moving. Okay. Like I said, OG's accusing Shani and the other ladies of plotting to make her look crazy, destroy and discredit her over her colorism claims. But OG has receipts. And last night's episode, she had a conversation with Malaysia. So OG and Malaysia sat down to do the same thing that Kristen and OG did about the colorism and trying to get to the root of what the issue is. And there was a lot of back and forth. And the way it was edited, OG ended up looking like she is combative. She didn't want to resolve the issue. And even Jackie went off on her. Yeah, Jackie Christie went off on her too. So it was a mess. And it didn't make OG look good. It made her look like she wasn't willing to compromise. And she's not, you know, holding back on information. And she was antagonizing the women. So once again, she recorded them. Listen, I know this is her last season. They can't have this. They can't have you recording and then releasing it to the public like this. This is, it's not going to work.
Well, at least she wait till the show there to start doing it.
Well, she had to because she wanted to see how they would edit her, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, she's like, okay.
So did she not have the money for the lawyers to get out the contract?
I guess this is her way of getting out. They ain't gonna bring her back after this. They're not. They just think. I don't think so.
I don't think they're gonna bring the show back. To be honest,
No, because they said no reunion. They already said the ratings are in the toilet, and they said no reunion.
They can just go ahead and cut it off now.
That was a big indication it's not coming back. It's a wrap. Well, who knows? You never know. So Najee, did I pronounce your name right? I hope I did. Najee, Jetta? Pronounce that right? The text is between her and the PR person talking about Nia. Okay, thanks for that clarification. Her and production. V is a friend with Nia who had issue with Phoebe. Jackie, who brought those girls. OG says no. Okay, so the texts were between OG and a PR person and also production. And she was going at them for, I guess, giving Nia her number and clarifying she didn't bring her on the show and all that other stuff. So yeah, thank you, Najeda. Thank you, we appreciate it. We got another Marcella. Thank you so much, my sister. Hey, I'm here. Where are the likes?
Hit that like button for Marcella.
Please, y'all. Please go ahead.
Go get that button.
Stop what you're doing and just hit the like button. Because listen, okay? Hit it for my teacup family. Please show the love. I'm watching and sipping. I love you, Marcella. We love you. House of Princess, thank you so much for the super chat, my love. Are y'all familiar with the ghetto cha-cha slide? No. Is the ghetto one? You don't have to look. You got to show us that. I just, child, see, these dances be varying off the path too much for me. I like to stay on.
Princess a whole dance instructor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I've gotten out of the line dance routine. I haven't learned anything since Wobble, so I know I'm out of the loop.
That's like 2000.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Like 2010 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
2011.
I still do the electric slide, y'all. When they play that,
yeah,
my favorites.
They're still doing it out there.
You can't do. Okay, it's electric.
Okay, you know how we had that at every black event, weddings, birthdays, whatever it is. Pookie just came home from jail. We gonna hit it out there.
Saturday morning cleaning. I mean, we be at my grandmother's house just because she had a lot of kids and nieces, nephew. We all be doing it, just fun. I miss those days playing the record over and over again on a Saturday. Remember that? True. Oh goodness!
No social media. Life was cool.
No. Men and women actually used to date. Like I remember my aunts their dates would come and court them like at the house, and they would sit on the couch and watch TV. And sometimes they would kiss, and you'd be walking by like that's kind of awkward, like you don't need to be kissing right. like that. But that was normal back then, you know. That was
it was intimate back in the day.
It was.
Or remember like how like my aunt was saying like one time her husband like he sat down there all night, like he stared another dude down. They was there all night waiting to see if she was gonna come downstairs and say who she was gonna go out with. I'm like,
I know my dad did that. My sister was a whole like 25-year-old at her own job, and this guy asked her out. I mean, my mom, she got up off that couch, and usually she ain't that quick, but she got up quick, like, ma'am, when'd you start moving like that? She's like, I didn't know where my daughter going.
Oh Lord, Melody Alexandria, thank you so much for the super sticker, my love. We appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to play this 50-minute audio. Oh Lord.
Oh God.
It's not the same audio, is it? We don't need to hear it.
No, ma'am. It's you would think a new one. It's a new one. She posted all the teacups were sending it to me in my inbox. Like, Mom, can you see this?
Well, she's doing this because they edited her crazy, so she got smart and said, "Let me record these conversations."
Let me read the even the caption she wrote was long. Okay.
Oh God.
If you even the
what's wrong with these dissertations people is putting online? What the
child?
I just want her to say, "I don't have to take this. I'm going home."
Right.
Exit stage left.
Why can't she just wear black in every scene and don't say nothing? Put like one of them veils of your face, like I'm here for the check and I'm in contract, but I ain't saying nothing.
So she wrote this caption. Let me share my screen so I can show you the caption while I read it. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see here. Do this. It's a long ass caption, I'll tell you that much. But that's all right. We don't got nothing but time. Might as well go ahead. Can y'all see that? You can see it. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I need to come out of this. Hold on. Okay. So she wrote the real reality. Okay. You see all these Wahala wenches. I mean, I guess that's devil or trouble in Nigerian or Swahili. I don't know. I'll have to look it up, and that's what it means. Had to do was take their giant L last season, publicly apologize, humble themselves, but no. See, there should be a comma after no, because she's supposed to say, but no. Instead, they plotted and planned during an entire pandemic, mind you. First bullet point, what did they plan and plot to do? They tried to destroy me, to make me look crazy, tried to discredit me and confuse the audience. Yeah, they will not succeed. No, ma'am. Once again, these girls came back to force another one of their comprehension deficient conversations. Once again, I never came with a bad attitude. I was extremely nice, patient, and accommodating. My back hurts. Stop effing with me. Just in case you forgot, bullet point number 1, I do not care what these people think of me. Yes, I experienced colorism. Yes, I experienced racism. I initially expressed my concerns privately to see if these issues could be resolved. After publicly being defamed, segregated, and called a monkey, I shared my experience. I was asked multiple times while filming to explain myself regarding these topics, and did so in great detail just to have it edited out. This is not my storyline. I'm not the one who keeps bringing it up. I have no reason to lie. This is simply what really happened to me, followed by pathetic attempts to do damage control, stop perpetuating this disgusting false narrative, and tell the truth. To everyone that is still riding with me, thank you so much. You all deserve the truth. Hashtag iHeartOG, hashtag Nigerian Knockout, hashtag real is rare, hashtag no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Mm-hmm. So that was the caption alone. I'm gonna set up my audio settings so we can actually listen to the audio. Okay, give me a minute here. Yeah, they really are making her look crazy and problematic. And okay, did y'all just hear that? Like a dinging sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That sounded like some Biz Marquis was about to come on. Sounded like just the first chord to Just a Friend.
Yep. Just a Friend.
You got what I need. Sorry.
Let me see here.
That was a good joint. I was listening to Heavy D earlier.
She made you go in. Okay.
Let me see if I can fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead and fast forward.
Yeah, if I fuck up, I would take this shot. I ain't never played this before. Me either.
So that's just her and Jackie. Okay.
How are you? Good.
Okay.
You look cute. Thank you. Hey, OG, how are you? I'm good.
Is the volume good, guys? Y'all can hear it loud? Okay, good.
Well,
I'm gonna put it on the whole screen then.
I heard, like through Instagram and through the other ladies or whatever, that you had an issue with the way that you have been treated amongst the collective. And, you know, as a student, I didn't really understand what you were trying to say. And I want you to understand that when I chimed in, I was saying, like, colorism, like, what are you talking about, right? And maybe my approach to the situation, because I was taken aback, was probably off. So I just kind of wanted to get some understanding on what your experiences have been, because if your experiences have like literally came from my way, I want to correct my wrongs, if that is the case, or anyone that I associate myself with, I want to be able to say this is where the problem lies. Let's correct this so our sister don't feel uncomfortable. So this is me coming to say like what is it? Like, did I say something wrong to you? Ever? Don't talk about arguments.
No.
Because arguments.
Can I?
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't said anything yet. As a whole, when I made that comment, I was speaking as an entire group that I witnessed what I perceive to be a diminishing of one another. Because I made it very clear not to say you, or you, and point out specific people. I said, as a whole, I believe there is a colorism issue in this group, and I still believe that. And as I was explaining to Kristen the other night, what it is to me is I witnessed two different things. I witnessed people doing the act, and then I witnessed people co-signing the act. And the analogy that I gave was you're pretty much guilty by association. It's like if you witnessed the murder and you didn't call 911, you didn't administer any type of first aid, you're just as guilty as the person who pulled the trigger. That's how I see it. So if you want specific examples, I could take it back to when I was being called Godzilla, aggressive, gorilla. If we fast forward to now, specifically with you, it was brought to my attention that when the blogs were posting rumors that I was no longer going to be an active member of this group and the basketball world and this society, you had posted, I guess, on your Instagram, one monkey don't stop no show. And I don't know if that was to me, which is why I never said nothing. I never responded. I got tagged a lot. It was forwarded to me by multiple people. And I said, well, it's proximity. So it is exactly when the blog hit, the same exact day. However, because she did not say my name, I'm not going to even play into it. So I ignored it. But to me, the fact that that followed right after the other young lady was going back and forth and posted a monkey picture, it aligned up. So to me,
Yes, Evan.
correct. So those are the instances.
So, hey, I don't know if Jackie and Kristen, who follows blogs. I am not an Instagram chaser, so whatever went out, then I probably found it out. To my knowledge, you and I have never had an issue, so I wouldn't call you a monkey or anything like that. I was going through something on my own, and I was breaking up with my friend. So I'm saying one monkey don't stop no show. Like, nigga, I'm gonna move on to the next. That was my own personal shit that had nothing to do with you. So happens it, I guess, it lines up, but it had nothing to do with you. And that's on my children's life. So, again, I feel like, I can't tell you how to feel, but I'm telling you, from you to me, that why would I celebrate you losing the job?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
When I don't know. Like sitting here like, hey, maybe you should just do this, maybe you shouldn't call that person. Like, I'm not gonna celebrate anybody losing money because it don't make it. Like, I'm not that girl. So no. If you're feeling or experiencing someone mistreating you of any kind of way, as far as like racial wise, sometimes people don't know what they're doing or saying that's making a person feel a type of way. So if you could just say, like, this person called me Godzilla, then at least we know where to pinpoint the problem. But if you're just using it as a broad statement, we don't know where it came from because everybody is like, I know I didn't do it.
I did say At the reunion, you weren't at the Crystal event. So
Yeah, I wasn't at the Crystal.
I did say it at the Crystal event. Said it at the reunion. I said when somebody's calling you Godzilla, Tasmanian Devil. I said it in San Diego when she said, "You think you're Godzilla?" Da 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 da. You think Phoebe? When I was asking her about the rap song, I've said it. So everybody has different memories, but I can only be accountable for what I remember and how I delivered it. I know for a fact I've mentioned it because I'm really big on mentioning things when it's in proximity to when it happens. After time passes, for me, I've already moved on. I've dealt with racism and colorism my entire life, which I think everybody might have, whether you know it or not. Some people say I've never. Kristen said you've never experienced it. No, I've experienced it. Okay, so you have. Okay, so I think it's a consensus. I meant not here. Sorry to interrupt you. I meant like in this environment, I've never experienced it. Okay, so I think it's a consensus that in our everyday lives, outside world, it's prevalent. What I don't like is this group, from the moment I met you guys, have talked about my breasts, talked about my feet, talked about my skin, talked about my hair, talked about my clothes.
You talked about your skin?
Yes.
And
yes, I didn't say who, because the thing that is always like, there's cameras and then there's not cameras. We also don't know who says what and how they say it. So.
All right, so is it okay for the other ladies to talk about, it's not okay for the other ladies to talk about you, but it's okay for you to talk about the other ladies?
I didn't say anything about being okay or not. I just said what was done.
My thing is, I just want us to all hold ourselves accountable for our actions. And like,
I'm listening.
We can't move on if we're not holding ourselves accountable.
OG? Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm going through a lot.
Oh my God, sis, come here.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm going through a lot though. About accountability.
Hold on.
About accountability.
Before you start trying to
I'm
like just
good.
be strong.
I'm very good. I just have a lot on my plate.
And let them be, okay?
I got a lot on my plate. It's totally fine. I'm just.
We all do, OG.
Exactly. That's why I'm telling you it's okay because I'm gonna go through it.
We don't have here to get this, but this makes us feel like we can love on you. And
Okay.
like I'm getting emotional because I don't even think she had that. I feel like it's all like you have this wall, and I get why you have your walls. They are so warranted.
Yeah.
This is literally like I'm shaking because I didn't know.
Can I have a hug?
Sure.
Because I would never call you a hug.
Sure.
I'm serious, OG. Like, you gotta stop. Like, you have talked to me. Like,
I did talk to you,
was
Malaysia.
easy. It would have been easy for you to slide in my DMs or text me and be like, bitch, what?
But
and I would have been like,
here's the
not
thing.
you, this nigga
I'm
tripping.
still learning, you guys. And what I would wish is that you guys would reciprocate it. I'm very big on holding myself accountable to things.
Mm-hmm.
When you say you're talking about us, I have done nothing but stand up for myself. I never said nothing about you. You know how that day
you
went.
Said that I bleached my skin, and that really
I said I heard that you bleached your skin.
It really hurt my feelings.
Can I tell you how that came about? A girl who said she sold you the cream sent me the information, and I said I heard. I'm very choice with my words. I didn't say you bleach your skin. I said I heard you bleach your skin. That's what I heard.
On my children's life, I will never do anything like that to my body.
It's okay. I don't care if you do or you don't, Malaysia.
But still, the fact that you said it, that gives people the range to roll with it. And so if I'm saying that if I said the things that I hear about you, I would never do that because I don't want, like, this is how I feel. And this is why I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not coming over here because I want a pity party or anything like that. But that hurt me because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you put that jacket on me? You know, like even them saying that my kids were dirty. Like, don't put that jacket out there. I had to bear a lot of stuff too. You're not the only one, but this one is a little bit bigger because I don't want you to be around
not feeling comfortable, like if somebody wronged you or somebody is treating you different because of the color of your skin.
And if we're going to be real and we're going to hold each other accountable,
Yes,
like we keep
do.
saying it, you have said things about me behind my back.
Like what?
You've called me ugly.
I have never.
Did she call me ugly?
When specifically? At the
very first time I met you guys.
When I wasn't at that was you.
No. The very first time I met you guys. Has Malaysia ever talked about me like a dog or said anything about me?
I believe you and her both did. I believe it was the hairs in the car.
Not that part.
Stuff.
Before I even met her. When I went shopping with you guys and I went to go change.
I don't remember her saying it was ugly. I remember her saying something like, why are you wearing that shirt or something?
Why'd you bring her around? Look at her boobs.
Yeah, no. She did say, but it wasn't why'd you bring her around because we know.
You asked me about your shirt, the side boob.
No,
you said, would you wear this shirt? I can't remember. And I was like, I wouldn't wear the shirt because I don't like my boobs. It was never, I've never said this girl was ugly, blah, blah, blah. She looked like a dog. That's not me. Now, when we were arguing, I said your wig was in the car. That was that. And even still in that moment, I had nothing negative to say about you. You came at me, so I defended myself.
I said, you have a wig on. I did not make fun of your wig.
You and wig can stay here.
Because you had a wig on. I did not make fun of your wig.
You did. That's making fun of me.
It's throwing shade that you have a wig on.
Throwing shade, making fun, the same difference.
Okay. Regardless of answers, at the end of the day, that day, you know how that played out. You know that was an invitation to my pool party, and I was simply trying to make sure that her and the other one knew that each one was invited. So if they didn't want to be in each other's presence, they would not have to. However it played out, and it looked very confusing because you said I was messy. And that's where I got defensive. When you called me messy and then you try to say, call her, and I'm letting you know, I'm still getting to know Jackie. I don't even have her number. And I'm still getting to know her.
I'm not trying to like slang, who's right and who's wrong in a scene that was like far back. And like, seriously, I have no issues with you. Even if like out here now in the world, everybody thinks that I'm bleaching my skin, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna have to live with that. I'm okay with that. Like, how do we move forward from treating each other like however it is? We gotta say something because we don't know each other. We are getting to know each other, and it's hard to get to know each other with this around. And it's hard to understand if you're being smart, if you're being a smart ass. Am I missing the shade? Should I say something? Should I not? If I'm being a smart ass, am I missing the shade? Like, it's very hard to have your shit thrown in your face on national TV, whether it's real or fake. It is. So how do we move forward from back then to today?
Well, for starters, passing the blame cannot continue.
Right.
Interrupting each other cannot continue. Telling each other how to feel or what happened cannot continue. Mm-hmm. Smiling in each other's faces and then talking shit behind each other's back cannot continue.
Girl,
you're saying a lot, and I hear you and I'm receiving it, but at the same time, it's like I sometimes look at you and I feel like it's hypocritical because you said to my face at the reunion, you're just mad because nobody liked you. Okay, so that's including yourself. So that's being fake to me. Because we didn't have no problem.
After I said nobody, that did not mean me. I'm saying you're mad. Honestly, I feel like what you were, and this is my feelings, okay? That's why I said I'm coming in here and I'm trying to understand what you feel. My feelings it was more of a favoritism thing. And what you were taking as favoritism as like people didn't like you because of the color of your skin.
No.
That's what I understood it to be.
People treated me differently because the color of my skin, and
I was
exactly
saying
what the
that maybe
experience
people
was.
were treating you different because it's a favoritism thing. We all deal with it. Like, some of us has been here for a very long time, and some of us
hasn't.
Yeah, but
no. I kind of explained it to you that night, but Malaysia wasn't present. It's the color, but to me, the baseline is this. There are 3 types of acceptable Black women in the industry. There's the Black woman who gets to be the class clown all the time, and we'll welcome her because she's the one we can be the butt of the joke. There's the Black girl who is aggressive and we don't fuck with her because she's the angry Black woman. And then there's the Black woman who is submissive. And I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm saying you came off passive aggressive, willing to do whatever, willing to take this back, willing to take that back. And that's what I was saying. You fit into that category in terms of the complexion pendulum. And then when it comes to features, Kristen, you have Western features. It's not your fault. That's how God made you. Your nose is slender. It's different. I have eccentric African features. So even if you think it's just about the color, it's more than that. It's not just about the complexion. You made a statement. I know it was a while ago, but you made a statement like, you know, at the end of the day, to me, if you are pro supporting women, especially if you're pro supporting Black women, which is what you said the first year I got to know you, I want to see the action. So I'm holding you accountable to the action, not the words. And my experience with you was not support. I heard things. I talked to you about it. I was very nice to you every time we encountered each other, whether it was with an audience or without audience. So when I sat at my house and watched the show play itself out, I was taken aback by all the stuff you said about me on your confessionals behind my back, because I was like, that's not who I met. So I felt like I met your representative. That's how I felt.
Okay, so you can feel how you want to feel, but we all know that throughout the duration of the show, when we do confessionals, it'd be different periods. So maybe if I said something, it may have been in a period where we were not feeling each other. And yes, because me and you don't get along, don't mean that I am not pro-woman. So you can't just take that one scenario and say, hey, I'm not looking out for all women.
I didn't say that, but you said it to me, like I'm pro-women.
But you're saying it right now, like I'm not pro-woman, and I'm just for all human beings. And I just feel like you are saying, like you're the one that's pointing out facial features. You're pointing out
the baseline.
Yeah, I know, but you're placing a different lens to us right now because we have never talked to each other and picked each other apart and said, you're different from me. We never tried to do that. So it's the case.
I'm going to disagree with you. Yeah, I'm just going to.
I don't think we ever had that conversation. None of us.
It was kind of like, remember when I came in here and I said the other day, like when the three of you were sitting down, you and OG and Jen, and I was like, you are all Black women to me. Like I never looked at a lighter skin tone or the issue that you said that you felt where I was being had colorist to you, and I was saying
I never said this.
The text messages. I'm talking about the text messages. Remember when you explained to me how I said weird or laughs versus disturbing? That was the example you gave to me, right?
That was the example I gave to you about the painting the angry Black woman syndrome, which falls into the colorism pendulum.
Which I explained to you was, at that moment, I just didn't like you. You know what I mean? So that's why I laughed at her. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying my real honest answer, which I told you the other night, was it had nothing to do with
And when you said that, do you remember what I said? I said, Kristen, what did I do to you first? And you couldn't answer that question.
In that moment, what did you do to me first?
No, in general, what did I?
We did go back there. Remember, we tried to move forward. We went back all the way to your party.
No,
we're not gonna go back to.
You didn't answer the question. Did she answer the question? She didn't answer the question.
Okay, so
I asked you two questions. I said, why now? Like, why do you want to talk about this now? Because so much time has passed. Mm-hmm. If anybody wanted to reach me, it's been over a year. Mm-hmm. And I said, the second question was, what did I do to you first? Because I know for a fact that before I even met you, you guys were Googling me and watching my football films and already talking about me before I ever met you.
Okay, so
is that a fair statement?
That's not, I did not Google you or watch your football films, personally, no. Was something said to me? Yes. And she's not here for us to talk about at all. But did I personally Google you and look you up? Absolutely not. I did have something said to me. However, when I met you, none of that mattered to me. Like, I saw a Black person coming on with me as a Black person. Period. End of story. So when Jackie and I were at your party, like you asked me, I thought that I answered your question was, we're gonna go back there. I was irritated. Was I not irritated? That you can remember 3 years ago, me and you set up the party. So I was already in a bad mood. good or bad, and how it played out, we both apologized to each other about the things that we have said. It had nothing. I hear how you feel about colorism displayed. Yes, like people could say, Kristen got a badass attitude. Well, sometimes I do. Okay. I don't feel like if you said that about me, I would be in one of those three categories. I would be fitting maybe how I'm acting at the moment. Does that make sense?
No, because I don't think you guys fully understand the definition of colorism and racism. When you try to paint another woman, a black woman, like she is the stereotypical aggressor, okay? You guys never did that to Evelyn. You never did that to Malaysia. You never did that to Phoebe. These women have all said, Phoebe said at the skating rink, I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch about Jackie. You never called her aggressive. Malaysia threw a table at Jen and said, I'm not trying to go to the penitentiary.
About one situation
Let
out
me
of
finish.
1,000
Let
things.
me finish, please.
No, because
Let me finish. Am I not going to get to finish?
No, because I'm sick of you guys painting me to be the angry person when
Now you know how I feel. I'm sick of it too.
Well, just say that, but
I'm trying to, but you won't let me finish.
I let you finish, and
let me finish.
I'm done with the table throwing because
let
you
me
got
finish.
1,000 other things that I am.
Malaysia, let me finish so we can have a civil discussion because I've let you guys finish and everybody has said their piece without interruption.
You're right. You're right.
You did not do that to Evelyn. You guys never called her aggressive. You passively said it was funny. It's okay. Oh, she's just this. She's just that. That is colorism.
Okay, so can I interrupt you?
I'm not done,
okay,
but go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's bad memory, mommy brain. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna say it right to your face so that it's very clear. Evelyn threw a drink straight past my face. That was aggressive behavior. 100%.
I don't need to know that. She needs to know that. I know it's aggressive behavior.
We had these conversations with her.
I don't know that.
Okay,
I'm just letting you know.
So now you know that
I'm letting you know the way it plays out is that everybody else gets a pass.
No.
I'm just telling you the way it plays out is that everybody else gets a pass. And I can't even use my words because I'm going to be painted like a Godzilla, gorilla, a monkey, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Okay, I'm looking at you in your face right now. I don't think any of that about you.
That's what we are saying now.
Okay, so let me have now. I don't think you're Godzilla, OG. I don't think that you are ugly. However, I think that there have been times where you and me have had ugly behavior.
Yes.
Okay? And that ugly behavior that we have had from the inside comes out and people say shit and it don't be right. I don't think that you're ugly. I think I've looked at myself and been like, Kristen, that shit ain't cute. It's been ugly behavior. I'm looking at you in your face right now. I do not, who the fuck am I? If I thought that you were, fuck me. That would be my opinion. And you should say, fuck me. Fuck off, fuck you, fuck whatever. Fuck it all. Fuck us. If that, whatever it is, you know that you are beautiful, right? You know that
I know me. I don't need no reinforcement.
Like that. But my point is, as long as you know, and the people that love you know, fuck what anybody else has
Kristen,
to say.
that has been my mantra from the moment I met you guys. Okay. So as bomb as this soliloquy is, that has been my mantra. And I agree 1,000%. All I'm saying is we are having discussion about accountability. You guys asked me questions. I've answered your questions. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do if the questions and the answers are not to your liking. All I know is we can agree on certain things. We can disagree on certain things. At the end of the day, your last question was, how do we move on from here? And the way we move on from here is every time we erase the dry erase board and start anew, we cannot keep repeating the same mistakes. And I told Jackie personally, I said, with Kristen, after that last talk we just had, I said, I'm going to try something different. So that way we can ensure a different result. Because what we have been doing is not working.
I agree.
It's not working.
I agree.
So that's my effort.
Thank you. Thank you.
I told you, I told them, Jen, everybody. That's my effort. But only I can control me. I can't control what you do. I can't control what you do. I can't control what the group does or the dynamic does. Because let's be honest, everybody has a little twang when they're around their boo thing. If that's your girl, you kind of have a little different like bop to your step. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it also affects the next
domino. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes, like, if you guys are invited, I've told you, Jackie can attest. When you guys were invited, I have no reason not to like Malaysia.
We didn't even have a conversation about Malaysia.
I don't have no reason.
Her or not liking
Exactly.
her.
I don't have no reason not to like her. You guys have your thing. I'm gonna be taken aback. I'm gonna try to get to know her. You can ask those ladies out there. I literally told them, when you go meet them, make your own judgment. But I just want that in return.
I just want, and then I'm gonna let you guys say something. I'm supposed to be talking. I just want to make it very clear that it's not a this side versus that side, this house versus that house. Your experiences, and this is my opinion, I feel like sometimes are, in my opinion, in my eyes, are skewed and twisted to fit into this little bubble of colorism and racism.
Okay, see, I think we're doing it again.
No, we're not. I'm not trying to do it again.
I literally I tried to erase the slate, and we're doing it again. Stop trying to tell me how to feel. Stop trying to. You said I think
said this is my opinion. I wasn't trying to tell you how to feel at all.
I'm not misconstruing nothing.
So, okay.
I'm not
twisting. My opinion.
No, I'm just letting you know I'm not twisting anything. Okay. And the reason why I know I'm not is because the world, however we were presented, the world has made their own decision. And to be honest to you, both of you guys, I feel like these conversations are happening now, a year and a half later, because you guys cannot handle the backlash you received from the world, which is my opinion. That's why I think these conversations are happening now, because you do have my Instagram and we have DM'd in the past. You are not on my Instagram because I blocked you a year or two ago.
But I didn't have a problem with the One Monkey Don't Stop No Show.
But you didn't know that. I did not play into that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you the
example.
I
didn't think I had to DM you because it didn't have nothing to do with you.
Okay, so that's a different subject. With you, Thomas has Kwame's number. You know that. Kwame has Thomas's number. If we really wanted to get in contact with each other, we could. I'll just put it to you like that, okay? So we did it. And I felt like I didn't have to extend an olive branch because I felt like I already said at the showcase, the music showcase, we're good. So when we kept moving forward and then comes to Costa Rica, I'm like, you know what? I just want them to talk. I know how much this feels. I don't know how you feel. Go talk. But when you start backlashing at me, I'm like, how can I be good with somebody who's already, to me, got an attitude? So how can we keep going backwards? Right now, I literally just said, let's not do this. Let's not repeat the same history. And then you took it back. I'm not going to agree with you on the colorism thing because I stand firm on my position. I think there's a colorism issue in this group. How it's going to get fixed, I don't know. I'm not going to change my position. I still believe that. I know what I experienced. So I can't expect you.
You just had the one experience, though.
No, it's not one experience, and I don't even want to keep going down into it because I'm currently being sued. You're not being sued. You're not being sued. You're not being sued. You guys all were in Amsterdam when our other homegirl was called Ling Ling. Nobody jumped on that. An apology was issued immediately to her, written and verbal. Right? So Cece said in that moment, you're a racist. I don't have to keep bringing up examples. I know what I experienced.
And listen, sis, I can tell you how you feel.
Absolutely.
All I'm saying though is when that was said to Cece about the Ling Ling thing, we don't jump in each other's arguments because we all say a bunch of stuff to each other over the years. At the end of the day, sisters argue. Sisters argue, sisters fight, just like we all know. Okay. So all I'm saying is we take accountability.
Nobody jumped into the argument, but I'm not saying
no. I get it, but I was just saying that was the reason when you said nobody stepped in.
I didn't. I said nobody, she got an apology,
right. And she got it from Evelyn.
I said she got an apology. I said nobody. The example I'm giving, just for clarity, is when Cece was called Ling Ling, right. And Cece's immediate response was, "You're being a racist." Her immediate response was to answer the question. Somebody said, "What?" Oh, Cece said, "What does that mean?" She says, "The nail shop girl."
She asked me.
I know. I'm not guilting you, girl. I'm saying that the order of operation.
I'm like, listen.
No, I understand.
You gave clarity.
Clarity because like
this is getting way
it is
over context because I'm not guilting you. I'm literally just saying what happened to refresh everyone's memory. I'm not guilting you. My point is, you knew immediately it was a racist derogatory name. Cece knew immediately it was a racist derogatory name. Cece got an apology immediately after Cece said she was a racist. Okay? Cece did not get a lawsuit.
Okay, so what did Evelyn do to you? Because maybe you would have gotten
I'm not talking about that.
Maybe you would have gotten an apology like Cece did because she knew exactly which one it was.
Girl,
like,
come on.
Can I ask you two a question since we are newer to your circles? Have you guys had these types of things in the past when people have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this something new that is happening? Have you had people come in and out of your circle or in and out of your circle who have, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out why this is happening so we can move the fuck forward.
This is not new, okay?
I have an idea what might help. I think this is great where we are right now. I think before it escalates to something even bigger or goes backwards, because everybody needs to take a moment. I think this was a great first step in talking. I'm not even gonna say I commend everybody because this is something sisters do. We're going through something. Let's just take a moment to breathe and come back to it a little bit later if you guys are good with that, until we can figure out. And now you've shared some more stuff with these guys, and now Malaysia gets her take on it. It's not coming from Kristen back to the house. Malaysia actually heard. So, we'll come back together. And I have an idea, and we'll see where it goes.
What I'm getting is, you threw out that I bleach my skin. I get a couple of those, and that's.
Do you want me to show you the message in the picture? Because there's a picture.
You could do whatever you want.
I know. I'm just asking you. If you want it, I will show it to you.
I'm going to tell you on my life, on my children's life, I know what I have done. I've never purchased anything. I go to estheticians to make sure my skin looks nice, and then that's that. So you can fabricate and do whatever you want to do. I'm fine with that. What I'm saying is those things hurt me as well as you have hurt too, and I held it in. And so unfortunately, we couldn't come to a resolution. I didn't think we were today. But I just wanted you to know how I feel because, I don't know. I can walk out of here and not come back.
No, I want you to come back.
So that's just that.
Listen.
Talking about tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
I want you to come back.
So,
if you guys will think about it.
Yeah.
She was saying like
she don't mean like not.
Oh, she was saying.
I'm sorry.
She was like tomorrow is not promised. Like she don't know if tomorrow's not promised type of thing. So she would hate to leave things on bad terms.
Exactly. And walking in this door, I already knew what I was gonna say, what my intentions were. That's why I really didn't want to play a game. I wanted to get straight to business. That's just what it is. That's how I am. When I got my man made up, my mind's made up. I'm a stubborn ass Leo.
No.
Yeah. So that's that. I won't infringe on you guys' time anymore. Let you guys go back and play your game or whatever. But from us and the collective.
Y'all love that word now.
The collective.
Y'all love the word.
We got to move forward. Okay. Okay. And honey. We're always gonna talk behind each other's back.
Yeah. Jennifer, real quick, while you guys do that, we can kind of like
one step at a time, bitch.
Okay. God damn it.
You tried it.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, OG.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good one.
Yes. Give hugs, everybody. Even if they're fake hugs.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna work on that. Bye, y'all. Come on, I know these guys are mad at us. I'm sorry.
It's cold. I'm not mad at you, girl.
Bye. Come here.
My stomach
What are
hurts.
they doing? We haven't even came out here, huh?
Girl, I've been feeling nauseously the last couple of days.
You coming? Come on.
You're not even listening.
No, I hear you. Come here, baby. Listen, I'm proud of you.
I
Before they come, I want to say this, and I want you to say it. I'm so proud of you being able to sit there, express yourself, and again, patience.
It's gonna take a lot of patience.
It is, but
It's gonna take a lot of patience.
these are baby steps. So, like you said when we first got here, baby steps.
Right.
So we can make it right. So, how do you feel?
I feel fine. At the end of the day, it's like what I want to make sure that gets across is that you cannot keep trying to tell somebody something till it fits what you want.
Yeah.
I stand firm on my position. I know what I experience. Whether they agree with me or not, it's up to them. But I'm going through a lot of stuff outside of this. So they don't understand because I don't share with them because I don't trust them. So until trust is developed, only time will tell.
Yeah.
Only time will tell. So.
Well, hey, I didn't expect that, and I'm like, whoa, all kinds of stuff is bound to happen here. Yeah, it's always something. Like I just thought they was gonna pop over and play a game, and next thing you know, we done had a come to Jesus moment. So,
I mean,
and it's a little one, but hey, steps are steps.
Steps are steps. We'll take that. Are they coming or no?
You guys coming? Look, they mad at us.
Because they done fucking
but she
lost.
don't want to get involved in the game or nothing, so she can't be mad now that it didn't get resolved.
Right.
You don't want to involve yourself.
Ooh, it's cold. Oh, what are you guys doing?
Come on, it's cold out there.
It's really cold.
Lord, unless you get in the pool with me,
No, hell no.
then I'm just trying to get in that pool. You guys want to relax for a minute before we get ready to cook? Because I'm hungry. Okay.
Oh, it's freezing. I need that
Feet on the
blanket.
You do?
It is so freaking cold. Oh my god, it's cold. Okay.
Oh my god.
Nothing.
Will you close it for us, baby?
Freezing cold, oh my god.
Right, that's a good thing.
Baby steps. Baby steps. It's cold, it's cold, it's cold.
It's really, I just, again, I've been surprised. I invited you guys to people to, so I don't want you to feel that it was, like I said outside, that it was an ambush, because it wasn't. They were just coming, and I think it was heavy on their part, and they just really, they didn't even want to play a game. Like she said, they just wanted to talk to you and tell you how they felt and apologize and, try to start the steps of something. So they
Baby steps indeed, girl. Girl, this back in my
You got your blanket? Yes, please, Lord.
freezing. So who lost that game? Who did that? She did.
If you guys want, I can get everybody a drink. You'll warm up. What do you guys want? I'll do it. I'm the host. I'll do it. You did? What do you want, then? Okay. You want to drink? You ain't drunk all day. You want just relax before we start cooking, because then we're going to be on our feet. Like, just because you ain't having with me all day. What you want? Tequila?
Oh, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold.
You want something? Just a small amount? I'll put it in. What you want? Okay. I'll just bring it in here.
Susan, can we find the heat up on the thermostat?
Yeah, we
Thank you. Thank you.
get these drinks.
That sun went away fast.
She pulled one of your movies out.
I know that's right. Thank you. I'm loving your cakes. Doug is a lucky man.
Like it's a lot.
Ladies, we forgot our shoes.
You guys want to drink? Just drink as much as you can.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I gotta get you.
I'll just drink my water. It's fine.
You sure, baby?
I'll go back in there. Oh my God. You are doing the absolute most right now. What is it? Oh my God. Let me put my booty
Come
up.
on, bring the cup if you are. Whoa, take it one.
Ouch, my foot. It is cold.
Yeah, you gotta get back. I'll wait till you get it. Is it locked?
I need my water.
I know. And then later, once we eat, or once we get some food and stuff in you.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say no. I don't even know. I don't know. It's strong.
Yeah.
I feel it's so strong. So before I leave, I just wanted to ask, what is it that you want? You know, like you don't want anything. You don't want to see any change. You don't want anything like, I'm right here. Like, this is here. Do you want to see something different happen?
I just want everybody to be themselves. And I think when everybody is their true self and truly organic, we will be able to vibe on a more natural level. I don't want anything to be forced. I have no expectations. I don't want anyone to be acting a certain way out of intimidation or acting a certain way out of fear. Just be yourself. Be you to the fullest, and we'll move from there.
It's a little bit hard when you're saying that they're colorist and they don't know what it is that they did. So that's what
I feel like I'm not.
You know what?
I have made myself clear. I have made myself clear.
This is very good communication and a good way for both sides. This side doesn't understand what happened. You feel you've already explained yourself and you're clear. Let's give it a breather, because I really understand that, and let's try something. I don't know if it'll work. It might blow up in my face, but let's try something. We're gonna try every damn thing we can while we're here.
Can I try something
next
like
2
this?
weeks.
Can I see your eyelashes? Because I was talking about your eyelashes.
Why do you want?
No, see, it's not what you're doing.
Oh, you was talking shit about my
Now,
eyelashes?
see, Christian, you always say
talking shit.
You two. Listen,
I'm not offended.
No,
I know what Malaysia's saying, and let's try something. Unless you.
No, but is that fun? Is that fun
banter?
banter on some real shit? Is that kind of fun banter?
No.
How
can we all come together around each other and be yourself if you don't know what it is that you did to harm or hurt someone? Because you said that Phoebe called you the name,
And you guys laughed and you guys co-signed, and I gave the analogy.
so we got that.
we hurt you too for laughing. No, it's not. I'm not hurt. Oh, I've never said anything about feelings.
So I'm saying, the other lady, if we wanted to come to the bad bitch ball, how do we all come to the bad bitch ball if we're unsure of what it is that made you feel like that, those two people in particular were colorists?
I still have not named anyone.
Oh.
I still have not pointed the finger at anyone. I will say it again. This group, everybody included.
Me?
Everybody included will include everybody, because we all different levels. Okay, this is colorism. This is not. I'm not saying any mom here. If a mother says to their child, "Wake your black ass up," white parents do not say, "Wake your white ass up." It is a problem in the Black community, and I will get deeper when we have your little thing.
Okay.
This is deep.
I
don't want to be talking about
right
it
now too. And like she said, she doesn't want to continue talking about it. This is
Thank
all
you.
news to me.
Please
Sis,
respect
thank
it.
you guys.
That's
And
fun.
woo, I didn't know it. So now I see it's.
I'm not okay. I got too much
not
going
today.
on.
I just wanted to know when we come back, that we can cross with each other. Or we're not yet. We're not there yet.
We baby step. Okay.
Baby. Okay. I just want to see it when we can clown.
They come in black and red.
And it's freezing.
It is so cold out there, and I'm not even gonna touch on the last segment situation of us talking.
I am so
Because
annoyed.
we're just gonna put that baby to bed, and we're gonna deal with that later. But anyway, It was a very interesting conversation. I'm not going to be the one to talk about what it was because it wasn't based on me. It was more OG, so I'll let her, or we can talk about something else.
At the end of the day, does everybody understand what colorism is? Like, pretty much? Okay. Because it seems like it's like in one ear and out the other. I feel like every time we make a baby step for progress, they do something and take us back a little bit. So I can't keep going in circles. I'm going to try something different. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to try something different in terms of how I deal with the people in this group, because I don't have to explain myself to anyone, and I've been really cordial to do that.
Well, you know,
And
not only are we friends and sis, and that's why I'm very careful in saying anything, interjecting anything, because this is an opportunity for them not to hear it from me. I don't speak for you. I don't put words in your mouth. For them to hear it from you. I'm there in support of my sis. I just heard tonight that you feel every one of us, excluding these guys that just got here, Nia and Naria, but all of us are colorists, including Jennifer, including all of us.
I said I believe there's a color. I didn't.
Not meaning she said everyone.
I said you got no.
So my thing is, I'm not mad. I'm not
mad. Jackie. Now you're.
Go ahead.
I did not say you guys are colorists. I said there is a colorism issue.
That's what
colorism issue means. I gave so many analogies. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
If a mother says this is an analogy, so that I can break it down, so that certain people who still aren't getting it can get it. If a mother says to their child, wake your black ass up, you and your nappy ass hair. These are terms of colorism. You will almost never hear a white mom.
So
can I finish?
What's going on?
Can I finish?
Can I finish? We don't know what you're talking about.
Can I finish?
Yeah, but
I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's fine.
See, and this is what I'm saying. We don't want to have, it's got to be dealt with, and it will be. Let's just take a breather for a minute.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Some stuff, have gotten discussed tonight. I understand what Nia's saying. Let's not let it throw off the energy of this house. We've been through a roller coaster since we've been here. It's okay. I didn't take offense, and I want you to know that, to what you said. I'm always willing to listen and learn. We talk all the time. And if that's how you feel, well, I'm going to jump right in there, eat first, and I'm not going to do the shit. So when you do educate me on what it is, I may know my version of what it is, but I want to know what your version of it is, so that I can, if there is one. Exactly. So whatever that is, we're going to move forward in a positive direction. I don't want no more finger pointing. I don't want everybody, are you feeling like, why is everyone questioning me and putting this on me?
Questions, and they're not get answered real soon if everybody doesn't let it just come out naturally. Like,
right.
I've been real cautious and real good at letting people get their point across, and it's not being reciprocated. So I'm gonna just chill out and enjoy my stay here and allow everybody else to carry the vacation.
I'm willing to try whatever. Like, it's okay. But I do want us to have a good time. I'm glad they came over. I asked if they would want to talk to you, Jennifer. They declined. That'll everything will be worked out however it needs to be as we go on. The days are long and we got a lot of time left. But
that's fine that you asked them, but I don't have any desire.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still processing what you told me about what Kristen did.
That's right.
So it's like you talking about you don't have no desire, bitch. I don't have no desire to talk to you. You over here lying on me. Like let me work through that and figure out why you doing fuck shit. Like I do that to them, bro. You don't have to talk to me. I'm very cool because it don't even matter. My thing is like, no matter what the conversation is, like I'm good.
I want to change that. Breathe for a second. Yeah, that's fine. If you, listen. Who won Jenga? Can somebody tell me who won Jenga? No Texas. So I don't know.
Did it lead to the PLB top when demon walks through the door?
A demon? No, it better not be no demon. But so.
All right, y'all. That was kind of painful. Sorry. Pledge, you still with us, my love?
Girl, I was getting in some Z's now.
Oh Jesus, we back. My God, today.
It was school today. You know, when they have the special day when they bring in the VCR and the TV in class. And the lights are turned down.
I had a VCR, the TV. I had to drink. I'm glad I had to drink because my nerves was bad.
I need one too, child. All right, Bishop. What were your thoughts on the secret audio? I mean, your whole assessment of it.
It was needed, and a lot of these chicks, especially this one, she's stupid. I'm sorry. Kristen is like the dumbest one on the show. And what I don't get is why nobody's confronting Evelyn. She is evidence out on what she did. And let's be real about this. And I know this show is not geared towards any racial group because it's called Basketball Wives. It ain't called Basketball Black Wives. But the only Latina who never claimed to be black until recently, why is she not being held accountable for her saying the N-word, for her saying derogatory stuff, slurs about black people, for her calling that girl a monkey on Instagram? It was there. It was. I mean, everybody screenshot it. Why nobody holding her to task? Why is it OG being held to task and not her?
I think they have to keep them separated. You know, Evelyn's put out this false narrative that her life's in danger. OG is dangerous. She's aggressive. So she can't be around her.
Well, I'm not saying she need to be around her, but why not none of the ladies confronting her? I mean, OG don't have to be there.
She's the snowflake victim in all of this. Okay, they must protect the snowflake.
She's the aggressive Karen.
Listen. She is the Latina Karen. They have to protect her. Okay, by all costs. Okay. Yeah. So that's what's happening in that situation, you know. And clearly this is all production set up. They don't give a good goddamn about OG. Or how she feel, or why she's upset. They don't care. But producers are pushing them to do this because they have to bring closure to this for the audience. Okay, to see if this show can carry on, and they all need the paycheck. If they don't figure this out, this show can't move forward. And that's what's happening. No reunion, telltale sign. But it was exhausting listening to that mess. I don't want another secret recording, OG. I like you. I'm team OG, but I don't need it. I really don't. Because it's a circle. It's a circle of the same nonsense. Just tell these bitches you don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to you. You on mute, schoolboy.
Just get the damn check and leave. Shit.
Listen.
I'm tired. Like, I'm here drinking. I'm tired. I mean, players that fell a damn sleep.
She fell asleep. We have to wake her up. You know, it don't make no I was gonna send somebody over there to wake her up. I mean, it's just a bit much.
You know, and they ain't talking about shit, but the same damn conversation. Didn't we just hear 50 minutes of this last week?
We did.
Okay.
It's a circle. That's what I said. It's going around in circles at this point. Plus, what were your thoughts?
Well, you saw what my thoughts were. I should have cut my camera off. You cut that. I was in. I kept trying to like move my cursor over the video to see how many more minutes we had left, child. And I guess about 10 minutes ago, I had to go and just tap on out. Them eyes got heavy. Because this is, you know, this is in real life. I wouldn't be doing this. So like in real life, I'm not interested. I'm not here for it. I understand OG saying I was just there so I didn't get fined, all that kind of stuff, you know, taking the Marshawn Lynch angle. But if that's the case, then just be superficial, play, and I don't mean play the games, but like whatever other silly they were trying to do, like the actual games they were supposed to come to the house and play, just play that. As soon as somebody starts saying, can we talk to you about no, we're in litigation. My lawyer told me I can't discuss that. Like those would have been my default answers because they were being purposefully obtuse. Like they were gaslighting her. And just like when Kristen came over last week, Malaysia was saying the same thing. Well, I didn't say it. Well, what did I say? And so unless you're going to bring in the people who actually did it, who, unless Evelyn's going to come on over and address her monkey emoji, unless Shawnee is going to, or the producers themselves are going to address having her on a different stage, then what are we talking about? I was glad that she did give them a little piece to start talking about no one called you this, no one called you that. But again, when you're dealing with people who are selfish, who are choosing not to see outside of themselves, they're going to push back on that every time. Now, I was awake when Malaysia was talking about if you bring up that table incident one more time, that's not who I am. Okay, girl. There were other times when you were extremely aggressive, not just that one. There were other times when Evelyn was extremely aggressive. All y'all have been aggressive. Y'all built the brand on being aggressive.
Didn't she know about one of the sisters' first season? She gave her a black eye.
Yeah,
the girl just had a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So to act like you don't know, I hear you, Monica, about child, but I don't even think the audience wants closure at this time. We want them to move the F on. No one cares at this point because there will not be any fruitful resolution. You have people who are set an intent on not understanding. They aren't even trying to. In fact, Malaysia said that. I'm a Leo. Y'all quit. Okay, look. Me and Schoolboy always talk about, and we play into a little astrology stuff here and there. It's S's and giggles, Aries gang. However, I don't get up in front of anybody and say, well, I do that because I'm an Aries. That is the weakest logic I have ever heard. And I don't understand grown women defaulting to astrological signs to explain their piss poor behavior. She came in there closed-minded. She said it. I already have my mind made up. So what you over here for? You didn't come to have a fruitful discussion. You came to exonerate yourself. So no, it was just, I understand what she's trying to do, but it's way too long. No one wants to hear it. If, I don't know, I think in general, I was telling one of my friends this other day about just personal stuff. We have to get to places within ourselves where we're not trying to force someone to hear us, especially when it's not a relationship that you care about. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people are going to be people. They're going to think whatever they're going to think, and you can't control their thoughts at all. So, you might explain yourself once or twice, but once you see somebody being set on purposefully misinterpreting what you have to say, it's just, they're at an impasse, and it is horrible to watch. And well, it's horrible to hear. I'm not watching it. It's horrible to hear. It's probably the reason why the ratings are going down, because no one wants to see something drawn out like this. It's like what we're getting in Roa with Kenya and Portia. And I love Kenya, but I'm like, girl, I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing y'all fighting and going at each other's neck. It's bring in some new people to fight with or something, but this is horrible.
Absolutely. And it seems like OG does not want to resolve it. And I'm team OG. But if you don't want to resolve it, then why even entertain the conversation? If you have a wall up and you feel like these women won't ever understand the shoes you're in or see it through your lens, I get it. I totally get it. They don't want to. They don't care. They're being forced to do it by the producers because the show is on its last leg. I get it. But this circus, this, ring around the rosies, it's exhausting because this is exactly the same conversation she had last week with Kristen. Malaysia is a puppet, and she's, repeating the same kind of answers, the same type of antics. And then she made it about her. You brought up that I bleach my skin because, girl, you do. You went from being brown to light. That's bleaching. You take those pills they all take. You take them. You do. Okay. You all look the same. She looks, and I understand not wanting to be accused of that. I get it. Because, again, that feeds into the whole colorism thing, right? You're not happy in the skin you're in. So you have to make yourself lighter to fit in and compete with the other light-skinned women that get all the black men, rappers and athletes, etc.
And
yes,
pastors. Can we be honest? Like, I know she want to be mad at OG saying, well, that hurt my feelings. Chick, everybody been saying you bleached your skin before OG even showed up. So what is you talking about? Now your bleacher just so happened to give her the receipts and all the other, because you notice she said, I don't need to see all that. I don't need to see. She tried to backpedal. She's like, that's unnecessary. No, you bleach. Let's stop it. Folks been saying it for the longest, and now you have a good bleacher because you don't like an ashy feline cat. You actually look like a light-skinned chick, which is kind of shocking because not too many people can get that bleach and stuff. Taking the pills and and the creams, they come out looking that nice. Now I will give it to her. Her bleacher did an awesome job. She must pay some good money. Now, see, that's how you do it, ladies. If you want bleaching, breast augmentations, a booty lift, or some more booty, you pay the good money so you won't look like a terrible ant. You know how these people built nowadays.
Well, you gotta have the shape has to be there already. You have to have a smaller waistline. You can have a gut. As a matter of fact, gain some weight if you want to do the BBL, but you have to be tapered somewhat, and you have to kind of have thick legs, and you're just enhancing it. When you have pencil legs and you end up looking like frozen pork. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It don't work. Nobody can ever make you have big leg. You have to have the thigh to leg butt ratio has to all blend in right. But anyway, Malaysia looks good. She just had some enhancements done. But she is a follower. From the time she came onto that show, she automatically hated Jackie, attacking Jackie. And yes, Jackie is the crazy drunk auntie. We all have one. We all know it. But she's harmless. And she didn't do nothing to Malaysia, but she hopped on that bandwagon, going after her, even trying to fight her in Paris. Malaysia is a big time follower. Did you hear her talk about, there's favorites in this group. Are we talking about favorites? She's now happy that Shawnee and Evelyn are accepting her, but they couldn't stand her when she first came. Didn't Shawnee say she just didn't fit in? She was a little street for her. Remember that?
I was going to say she called the ghetto Compton.
And she told her she had nothing to offer.
Right. Yeah, but now that she's, in the group and she's a follower and she's liked by what's her face? The Latin Karen. She's good. She's in the group. She's the favorite now. Is it about favorites? She's such a follower. It's sickening. She really just I don't like people with no backbone. Have a backbone.
So we're gonna call her Latin Karen from now on. The Latin aggressive Karen.
Karenita. I'm Karen.
Schoolboy, when they're talking about, Bruno Mars and culture vultures, that's who they need to be talking about. Evelyn.
Yeah.
That's your next video.
All she does is drain black men. That's all she does,
she's
honey.
A viper. She's a
since people want to get up into my comments, like my video, going in talking about you like him. Yeah, y'all like Cardi B, but y'all don't say nothing about her. You like Teriyaki 6ix9ine. You don't say nothing about him saying the N-word. Can we run down the list of who
they say you like? Who they mad at that you like?
Oh, they mad at Bruno Mars is a cult.
Oh, I love him.
Black.
At least he got talent. At least he has talent. Oh my God.
But the thing is, what they missed when Bruno Mars, he actually uplifted our award show. He said, "This is the best award this is the award I've been wanting since I was young." Was the BET award. He didn't say Grammy. He won Grammys by then. He already had won Grammys. But he said, "I couldn't wait to basically get the stamp of approval of the black people that I look up to." People miss that. They
Yes,
miss
no. See, what they
talented.
do is they take the context of who his heroes are and say he's trying to be like, oh, he's trying to be like. I'm like, come on, black people, y'all always want to get mad and outraged at the wrong shit. I need y'all to keep the same energy on the shit that we need to be outraged against.
At least he's offering the black community something. I mean, bringing back the R&B where it belongs. Listen, full circle. That Grammy performance, I was in awe.
I mean, all of them, pretty much all of the entertainers, at least the good ones these days, emulate Michael Jackson. Chris Brown does it every day. Usher built his career off of it. Is Bruno not supposed to be doing it? He was doing the Billie Jean, the moonwalk, and all of that stuff since he was 3. He was a whole Michael Jackson impersonator.
At least he's not sucking the energy out of the black community like Evelyn does. Evelyn is the Latin succubus. She's the Latin.
Somebody said, asked me, was he black? I was like, does it matter? Y'all don't ask that.
It doesn't matter if he's black.
Who's black when anybody else do it?
Did anybody check Justin Timberlake at the door? And then all of a sudden, when he exposed Janet Jackson and then made her get thrown under the bus, did anybody check him? All of a sudden, everybody like, oh my God, he's going back to being a white guy. He's been a white guy. He all of a sudden started wearing cornrows because y'all start giving him that energy.
Yeah, people just they default back to back in the day on 106 in Park when NSYNC came through and sang "Gone, Baby." They stuck there. Oh, he blew our soul.
Is he Belizean?
I love
he was
that
Hawaiian. Is he Belizean? I thought he was because Belizean, then he would be black. I guess like Afro Latino, but he's not Belizean. I think he's Hawaiian.
Yeah,
Samoanian. Yeah, he's Hawaiian.
Like The Rock. Y'all want to claim him?
Well,
like I said,
The Rock is black.
The Rock
is black. His dad is black.
His dad is black. I know he don't look it.
He is part Samoan as
Yeah.
well. But
Yeah, Samoan people are real close to black. Like
they're black and Asian.
I'm just saying, black people like to choose who we want to say is black. We always invite somebody in, then get mad when they don't do something the way we want it. Like, can y'all pick an energy and stay on it? I mean, because
Samoanians, they're hard workers. They can fly up a coconut tree, okay, and chop some coconuts and build houses with their bare hands. They are strong. You got to give those people credit, okay?
They're probably working more than their baby daddies.
Oh yeah, they're very hard-working people. Cultural. Now I will call, and I know you probably might agree with this, Bishop, but can we call Evelyn the Latin succubus?
Yes,
we can.
Because she sucks the energy out of every man that she meets. She is the league of. I'm sorry, she the hoe of leagues.
Well, she ain't had all the leagues yet, has she?
She's working her way to hockey. She's working her way to hockey.
Okay, soccer, hockey. Okay.
Soccer, hockey. I think she had a soccer. You know, you got to look through that history.
Yes, they ran through the whole league. It was on the low because nobody claimed it. They were like,
that coochie got miles. Jesus, like trades.
I feel like she stole Amber Rose's job. I felt like she did. Amber Rose snuffed her out that position because I feel like Amber haven't gained enough bodies like she did. I'm just saying, and enough checks.
I thought Amber was black. Ain't she black?
She's black. One of her parents are black. She said
she don't claim it. She trying to claim it now, but she didn't claim it.
She said one of her parents are black, didn't she? I believe so.
I don't think so. I think she's just Puerto Rican.
No, she's not. You mean who you talking
Dominican?
about? Evelyn?
You talking about Cardi?
No,
we're talking about Amber.
No, I'm asking
Amber Rose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Amber Rose is from
my bad. I thought somebody said Cardi.
Amber Rose is actually African. She's from Africa, believe it or not.
Oh, she tried to hide it.
She's from it's a country in Africa. She's from I forgot the name of it.
I'm gonna have to do my research.
It's not the Eric Train one where Tiffany Haddish is from. She's not from there, but she is from Africa. I know that for sure.
She tried to hide it too. She definitely tried to hide it.
Yeah.
I guess we try to pull out.
She's from Verde. What is it called? It's something Verde. It's in Africa. Verde is part of the word. I forgot the other part. Cape Verde, maybe.
Yeah.
Cape Verde.
Yeah, Cape Verde. That's where she's from. Yep. She's biracial. Yeah, one parent's black, one parent's white. Shout out to Sholin Elliott. Thank you so much for the super chat. Why can the ladies just don't like her? Point blank, period. They just are bullying wannabe pretty girls that just don't like her. I think that's part of it. Yeah, I think that's
They
part
old
of it.
heifers. They ain't even young heifers no more.
They don't like her, but I think OG's argument is why? Is it because of my features? You talked about my weave. You talked about my
Girl, you
toes
replace
hanging
Family
off,
Roman.
you know,
That's
and all
all.
this other stuff. It's.
I know OG's confident about her heritage, but I'm gonna need her to get some self-esteem, which is different. I need to get some self-esteem that who cares why they don't like you. I don't care why certain people don't like me. Either you love me or you hate me. You might can like me, but at the end of the day, you're gonna respect me. Now that's what she should be looking for is respect. Now you're gonna respect me. Now they respect her because she knows she'll mollywop all of them. But I need her to get some self-esteem about who cares what they think. Because apparently she cares. Because otherwise she wouldn't be discussed. Because when I don't care about something, trust and believe the topic won't be even discussed. Like why would I want to talk about that with you?
I don't think she cares, but she's on that show, and they keep it. She like she said in the audio, you keep asking me, you keep bringing it up, not me. It's just silly because they gotta talk about it. They have to.
But her feelings is involved, if you notice, Monica. Because every time she bring it up, she's like, I gotta keep explaining it. No, and when I say don't care, I'm like, why are we talking about this? It would have been a clear laugh because you're a joke. But she's invested, honestly.
Yeah.
That transference of energy. That's what it is. And she keeps engaging with them. And at this point, it's like, shit, sit there, eat your food like Safari and get your check and get the hell on up out of there. And I guarantee, once they see they can't get shit out of you, they will just let you go. But you keep engaging with these heifers. I don't understand.
It's time.
That's how CC got out her contract because she stopped engaging. They're like, oh, we don't need her anymore. But OG is invested.
Yeah. And it's not I just hate that people think this has to be so black and white. Do I think she experienced colorism all day? It's evident. However, do I think all of them dislike her because of colorist reasons? No. And if they do, as I say all the time, just because you think somebody should know something doesn't mean they actually know it and or are aware of it and where those preferences come from. It's like when a man says, oh, I just prefer to date only white women. Okay, well, now we got to kind of go into your psyche and pull back why this is your preference, and then they try to say, well, you prefer darker men. Okay, but that the historical relevance of that is not the same. And that's the issue. The historical relevance of all of these things, of all of these things is very telling and very different. However, there comes a point where you just have to see them for what it are and let it go. And even if they keep bringing up with you, as Bishop said, you don't have to engage. Pay them dust. Again, blame it on the lawsuit, blame it on something. But this, circle that we're going in, it's just not it. It's not worth it for everybody. And Bishop, what I was going to say that you said, I think she has self-esteem. I actually think she lacks confidence. People think pride and confidence are the same thing. They are not. I'm gonna get on you because I'm proud, and I ain't gonna never let you see me sweat. But that don't mean I'm confident. That just means I'm proud. And pride is a beast. It's gonna drive you in a lot of things. Don't mean you don't have butterflies and you socially awkward and scared to go around people or don't know how to assert yourself. That's what I think. I think she has self-esteem until she gets around, a wrong circle of people.
And also, historically standpoint, if you liking darker skinned guys, it's also a psyche thing as well. Because some women don't like light skinned guys because it's attached to them being softer. So it's also that too.
Is that a stereotype?
Mm-hmm.
They have smaller,
but it's also a preference too.
Okay. It's smaller, that's also the narrative. I don't know. Pinky sizes. Listen, okay.
I just asking because I don't know nothing about the heterosexual world. Y'all be teaching me some things.
It just seems that way. I stay away from them. Listen. I have over the years. Listen,
I can't wait till Americans become just a certain brown color, so we all can look the same. Let it be classism for real.
I just think that's an indoctrinated thing from slavery. You had the house and then you had the field. You know, some people just have preferences, but even when I have been in spaces, and I told y'all before, I go to the barbershop, I'm in the male space all the time. And usually there is maybe one person that is gay, and it's usually a stud, and she usually in there cutting hair. It's very often, very slim enough, I see a straight woman in there cutting hair. And when you do, it's kind of like she's like the odd person out, because 9 times out of 10, the stud think like the dudes. So it don't even really work out. But a lot of them have a certain look. I've experienced it in the gay community. You know, it's usually, they typically all look the same. They light skin, dreads, they look like young MA, tattoos, and that's what most of them are attracted to. Me, okay, I dress like a preppy white boy. Okay, I speak proper English when times, but I can get hood when I need to. But I don't do that all the time, because that's not where I grew up. That's not my aesthetic. But you have certain women that are attracted to certain things, but then get mad because that person acts a certain way. I just think that OG, at a certain point in time, if you're truly insecure with yourself and you really love yourself, you don't give nobody no damn energy, and you love who you are inside and out, and you give 0 F's about what somebody got to say to you. I just feel like she's giving way too much energy to this, and I'm absolutely tired. At this point, I understand, ma'am, that you had experienced colorism, and I'm not saying that she did not experience that, but constantly recording these women to expose something that we already know about reality TV. I'm just like, man, what are you getting out of this? At this point, are you getting out of the contract, or what's going on?
If she's smart, she'll be like Monique, just have a binder of recordings. And then release them on when she leaves the show, and release them later. I don't need to hear this while the show going on.
While the show going on, it ruins it for the show. The producers are very angry with her, and I think they're at the point of probably trying to sue her, because you can't do this. This violates your contract. It ruins the show. It shows how manipulative the editing is, and those producers don't like to look, like the bad guy. Yarnell, I just wanted to point out to you that yes, she did live in South Philly, her family, but they migrated from Africa to Philly, America, like most immigrants do, and they live all over the country. Amber, thank you so much for the super chat. It became a colorism/featureism issue when they put OG on another stage during the reunion, because she was too aggressive when OG has yet to touch anyone. Unlike the other girls, people need to educate themselves on the isms. There's just too many for me. It's like I'm getting tired. This conversation is I'm Team OG all day, but I'm tired of the conversation.
I ain't got time.
I'm like, if you're a dark-skinned person, like light-skinned people. If you're a white person, like black people, I don't care. Just like who you like. I really don't want to keep hearing about it. I'm about familyism. That's it.
Hey,
that's
Chef.
It. Hey,
Chef Desmond. Hey,
I see you with them box braids.
I know I did it myself. Don't you like them?
I
like them.
Whatever. So one thing I kind of nodded off with players, but one thing I did catch during the recording is when OG brought up, Malaysia, you threw a table. Evelyn, you did it. She was like trying to talk over her, like, no, let's not bring it up. Like, no, let's do bring that up, because this is going to her point of, these are things that y'all have done, and it's not being reciprocated with the same actions. That's all she's trying to say. Every time she tries to say something, it's, oh, well, that's how you feel, and I'm not trying to tell you how to feel, but like Claire says, they're gaslighting her. Gaslighting her. Now, I agree. I don't want to hear the recording anymore either. I had to bring out my Hennessy for that one. That was just ridiculous. But what I am saying is that she has a valid point. She has the right to feel the way she feels. And also, in addition, you can't tell someone that you understand, and in the same breath, then make it about your experience. Well, we didn't come here to talk about you. We came here to get something, shed light on this issue so that we can get this done and be done with. But like, again, Malaysia had already was like, I'm good. I made up my mind. I don't want to talk about such and such and such and such. She was already done before she even got to the table. So why we don't need to have this conversation?
No.
We can be done with it. I don't understand why it continues to be. I don't understand when you know the things that African Americans go through, things that are how we are treated sometimes. And just let her have her experience and let her express herself and say, look, I apologize. That is not what I meant. That is not what I feel. And can we move on? If we don't want to move on as friends, look, hey, how you doing? What's up, girl? Hey. And Y'all ain't gotta be best friends. Y'all ain't gotta hang out and go to tea parties together. Like, why we pushing it?
Yeah.
And then you got Jackie in the back, like, girl, what is you doing? What are you doing? What you here for, ma'am? Explain that to somebody, please. Answer that question for me, because she annoyed me more than Kristen did.
Well, Jackie was stuck in the house with her because they're in the house ninja section. Unless they forgot, they are stuck in the dark skin house. They don't understand that, but my bad.
It seems like she just added extra fluff for no reason. It's
and
like
Jackie woke up and realized that she was in the dark skin house and freaked out. Like, wait a minute now.
She had to get out.
It was ridiculous. And I also didn't like how then they came back after they had faked hug and was like, well, what do you want? Well, she said what she wanted. You just weren't listening. She said that during the conversation several times. And she also said 3 or 4 times, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. And now you're coming back. It's like it was an antagonizing moment. Well, girl, gone. I already told you what I wanted. I already said what I said.
Yeah.
That should have, well, y'all let that should have been in a conversation.
That should have been a 10-minute conversation.
Yeah, 5 tops. Look, this is what's popping off. I don't like the way I don't like the way this is going. This is what's happening. Y'all fix it, figure it out, because at the end of the day, we all grown.
Yeah.
You can look it up. You can do your research. Come on now. We in the age of technology. We too grown for this foolishness. Really.
I agree. Thank you so much for calling in, Chef. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. I might be busy this week, but I got some brides to handle. So if I'm not, I'm
gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. In the name of Jesus, I'm gonna bind them demons.
Please do, schoolboy. I'm waiting on my schoolboy shirts. That's it. I might pop up in here with the unfuckwittable one.
That's the move we in right now.
With them chakras. You gotta line them chakras.
I'm gonna go back in the chat.
Okay. I'm gonna bring our girl Marcella on, but I'm also gonna bring Special K on. Hey. Special K.
Salute.
Hey. What are your thoughts?
I need to see them likes. I just need to see them likes. And the other thing I want to say, y'all know I like those likes. I make it rain. I make it rain. As I see the likes, I make it rain. Okay. But I want to get on a very serious topic, y'all. I want to tell y'all sincerely from my heart. I'm sitting back and y'all, and a lot of people saying OG is lying. You got to remember, OG is in litigation. So when she tells her lawyer a valid point, they're saying she's lying. So what she decided to do is tape the whole conversation. Then she got production making her look crazier than everybody else, which they all are crazy, being led by the mean girl, Shawnee. And you know what? Every time a new girl comes on, Shawnee has them. They're hazing the new girls. You know, Royce and everybody else. And I'm telling you, I believe that OG is going through some trauma from her childhood. But out of everybody else, Shawnee and OG are the only accomplished women that really have jobs. OG was a football player. Everybody else got their money from their nappy dugouts. Let's be real. And I'm saying that I believe she's experiencing this. And I'm gonna tell you, there's some girls in the chat right now. Some dark-skinned girls don't like light-skinned girls for no reason. And some black-skinned girls don't like black-skinned girls for no reason. And everybody's talking about her feet. Well, that's how she looks. That's how God made her, precious in her way. That's how her face looks. That's how her hair looks. If her weaves are nappy, this is the way she wants to be. Who are we to say she cannot be who she needs to be? I'm just saying, everybody's saying they don't like OG, and y'all, we think all of us thought OG was lying until we heard these recordings that proved a whole bunch of things that we wouldn't have heard not unless she recorded it. So, y'all ain't got to agree with me, because we're going to change this culture of just accepting people who they are, hitting these damn likes on this show,
and
making it rain.
Yeah. But Marcella, as a culture, right, as Black people, we have been conditioned to accept the European views of beauty. So when an African woman, Black woman, looks like how an African woman, most of us used to look, our ancestors look, because she has more very ancestry features, they don't like it. They react negatively to it. So before OG could even open her mouth, they were mad at her. And then to top it off, they didn't like her fashions. They said they were knockoffs. That, the wigs weren't right. They weren't $1,000 weaves. They cost $100. They didn't like all that. So
well, we got to
a bit of elitism. There's the featureism. There's the colorism. It's a lot happening.
That fashion was off.
We come from another descent. We all got to remember they brought our ancestors over here on boats from even white people. Some of the white people don't belong here. So when I look at my Nigerian people, my Guyanan people, I feel privileged to be around them. OG kills these heifers with her intelligence, with her verbiage, with her diction. And guess what? She got a natural booty, like she said. She not around here like these Black celebrity wives buying titties and booties and getting their face done. She is letting us see the natural her, just like me. I wear a size 34B. I'm proud of that. And I can afford me some D's. I want to be natural. And people need to accept people who they are and stop judging. Stop judging people because you don't know where they come from. Just like it was this little boy, they was teasing this little boy. They said last year you was all clean. And this year, what's wrong with him? He stinks. But over the summer, his mother had died. And they didn't know what he had been through. And they judged this child not knowing that he lost his nurturer. So we got to stop judging people because we don't know what OG been through. We have to accept it, learn from it, listen and learn, and press the likes on this show. If y'all like me, press the likes. It's all about that tea. Yeah. Monica brings me up here. She shares her light with us, and I love her. Y'all just, people got all concerned about what Monica looked like. I don't know what she looked like, but I can say I got her back, and I love the hell out of her. And I don't need nothing else. I don't need to know her nationality. But us as Black people, we need to start loving one another and stop judging everybody.
Did
you just get your papers recently?
I think it's kind of natural to judge. I think what we need to do is stop saying it out loud. Like you've seen people. Let's be real. We sit on this panel every day. We talked about Miss Wendy's
actions, not necessarily.
We laugh and we make jokes about. We laugh and we make jokes about Miss Wendy's edges. So you can think things, but you don't have to say them out loud. That's the thing. And if you care, if you're close enough to the person and you care, then you can whisk them off to the side and say, because look, we do have expectations of people when they appear on TV. Because there's still that thought of they're representing us. Right. They're representing all Black women. So when one shows up half-stepping, you like, what the heck? Like, we got to get her together. We talk about that kind of stuff all the time. But that's why, personally, I try not to go at anybody's neck about their looks because, like you said, you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what their coin really was before they got on this show. And that's why I blame the people who were around her if she had some real friends. Because my real friends are going to say, girl, you ain't going out the house with me like that. No, ma'am.
Yeah,
turn
like
around, put something else on.
Yeah. My thing is, I just want us to start loving each other more, though.
Yeah.
I really want us to start. We talk about Wendy. I have never on this panel heard somebody come through and say Wendy is ugly. Wendy
No.
is beautiful,
Yes,
but
she
she
is.
just draws those. Is what she adds on. She's drawing this stuff on her face. She's putting this stuff on her face. You know, I'm talking about her shape because she tries to elevate it. If Wendy would have kept her flat titties like everybody else and wouldn't have tried to alter herself, then I wouldn't be saying that. I would have got my booty first.
But see,
that's the thing. We did, people did make jokes about her having a flat butt. She can't control that.
No,
I didn't have a problem with her flat butt because I thought it went with her shape.
Wendy, if she was a nicer person. You see, in my mind, I justify the meanness and the judgment when you're not a good person.
Exactly, but people are doing the same thing with OG. They're like, she's unlikable. She got a bad attitude. No one, she has a reason why people don't like her. All I'm saying is, it's natural. We all do it. Can't nobody on this panel or in these comments, myself included, lie and say you don't, look at a book by its cover when you first meet them. But if you stay there, that's the issue. You should be open to getting to know someone. And if you vibe with them, try to help them out and elevate them. But I just hate in interpersonal relationships. I think we sell false narratives. Even when it's friendships, I hear people all the time like, cut this friend off. If your friend loved you, they would support you. They wouldn't be jealous of you. Y'all know, like, jealousy is a natural thing, right? Now, if they are outright hating against you, that's one thing. But I think it's natural for friends to look at each other and say, man, she got a husband, she got kids. I don't have any of that. But if the jealousy gets to a point where they're like hating on you passive aggressively or outwardly talking against you, it's on the person to come back and say, man, I had some messed up feelings. I had to deal with myself, but we're still friends. Like, these are natural occurring things. And for people to act, when you act like they don't exist, that's why we can never move forward. That's why those girls can't move forward. That's why Malaysia couldn't hear what OG was saying, because she was super defensive.
What are your thoughts?
Couldn't own her own stuff.
All right, this is my thing. And thank you. I love all of you. And Monica, I love all of you. And
thank you.
All right,
we love you too.
So let me get that out of it. As a person of color, it's almost like I find it crazy that the concept of colorism is not something that you're aware of or know of. I think it's like, we always hear of, like, I think earlier Schoolboy was talking about house slaves and the slaves that worked in the house. It's like, shit, I got that all my life. I get to this day, people ask me, oh, what are you mixed with? And I'm all black. Both my parents are black.
They were like, what you is?
I get it. I've gotten it through high school. I got it from before that. I remember my mom telling me that she took us out shopping and someone thought she was the nanny.
Wow.
So I've gotten that all of my life. Coming from a different perspective. I mean, and it was, so I understand what OG was saying. It's almost like, shit, if you're a black person, you know what colorism is. I think sometimes what happens is that we've gotten so indoctrinated by the European
sense of beauty.
Yes, that we fall when we say something about black this or black that. That's that thing. It's like, all right, so we fall into that I don't even know what to call it. We fall into that. That's that thing in
trick
the back
bag.
of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's some bullshit. I mean, I come from a family that, you know, my father's side of the family, they have gray eyes, whatever, light skin. My mother's side is so totally different.
Okay.
So it's like, I mean, I can identify because, you know, I deal with it in a different way. But it's like for you to act as if you don't know what it is. It's like it's some bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, most of my time in high school,
Bishop.
I had kids throwing shit at my head in class because they thought because I was light skinned I was better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not because of something I did.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of what their impression of me being different from them.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That happens. It happens a lot. You know, I get the whole, you know, did she kidnap you? Who is she? I understand that kind of group and that
that's something
dynamic. Yeah.
That's something that as a Black community we need to deal with. We have organizations like Jack and Jill that, you know, that's for, you know, it came
That's
from
elitism. Yeah.
yeah. So that's a thing that we need to deal with because it's like Jack and Jill, you know, and I have aunts and uncles that were part of that organization.
Oh wow.
I mean, you know,
It's a struggle, boo. It's a struggle. And it's an ongoing conversation,
it
you
is,
know? Yeah.
but it's a conversation that, you know, I think as being a person of color, that's something we talk about.
Right. Okay, sweetheart. We have a lot of people in the backstage, my love. So it's pulling up. But we're gonna keep this conversation going, okay? We have a lot of time to talk about it. Bye, love. Bye.
All right.
Y'all call Tiny ugly. Yeah, I'm gonna reiterate this for the people in the back that don't understand. If you have an ugly soul, if you're out there drugging, raping, kidnapping, just nasty overall, just all around nasty, just not a good person. I'm going to talk about your looks, absolutely. So I want to make that very, very clear. I'm not just talking about her looks just to talk about it, but there's very specific reasons, and that's mine.
And you know what? And some people are not going to find OG attractive, and I get that because I find her attractive, not for the reasons that some people may think, but I've always been attracted to African features and stuff like that. So it never bothered me. But I understand because you know, on Monique's Pen Funky says she thinks he thinks that OG is not cute. So I'm like, he called her ugly, and that's fine because he don't think that she's pretty. It's okay. Some people's not going to find her attractive. And I'm sorry, Smokey Robinson is not cute. I'm sorry. You know,
yeah. Kay, I don't want to call you slow, but I'll reiterate this again because I just literally just said it. I thought I was speaking perfect English, but maybe you speak another language. I don't know. I said when you have an ugly soul and you kidnap, drug, rape people, that to me, that gives me the authority to talk about your face. Maybe I wasn't clear about that. That's why I talk about her features because she's not a good person. I'm gonna continue to talk about it. So if you don't like it, you know, just don't like it. Hey, Kearney.
Hey. Good evening, y'all.
Good evening, my love. What is your take on this? Because you know, Evelyn's your Latina sister. So what are your thoughts?
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, child.
Sorry. No, let me stop. But let me tell you let me tell you something though. And this is the big misconception. Spanish people can have sex with a Black man and still be racist. The slaves.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Just like white women can.
Have children. They have Black kids and they're racist. Yeah.
She could claim that. I will say this though, that I do know about Puerto Ricans. They are a mixture of African, Taino, Indian, Native American, and Spaniard. Now, I'm not Puerto Rican, but I'll tell you this. She may not have African features, but that is in her blood if both her parents are from Puerto Rico. So I think we're in a culture right now where sometimes black people want Spanish people to say they black, and then they say they black, and it's like, hold up, you not black, you white. And then when they be like, no, when they're on that J-Lo shit, oh no, I'm white, I'm not black. Or
Wow.
be black. So it's like Spanish people is always kind of stuck in the middle for me. Watching this, like I had them dying in the chat, you know, trolling as usual, because I'm like, listen, I'm on the toilet. All of these
Right.
full of shit. I'm on the toilet and I'm like, I'm full of shit literally, but these bitches is way more full of shit than me. Okay. This though, my take on it, OG, she got herself together. She rewatched all the episodes from last year, took her little notes, and was like, I'm holding everything that everybody did to me accountable. Now, was she the nicest person? No. But my perception of what I watched yesterday and what I listened to today is two different things. Shawnee is always been, she always paid the minions, you know, her little servants to do her little dirty work. And that's why when it came up, she was like, oh, I'd rather go home. And Evelyn went behind her. Now, the one thing I do have a problem with Evelyn is like, she doesn't address the issue. Every time the issue comes, she start crying. And my daughter is, okay, your daughter could be black, but you could still be a colorist. You know what I mean? You really did call that girl a monkey. We saw it. Like all the emojis that you have, you could have used it. I wrote in the chat, like, listen, one thing I do know about my peoples don't fall too well with the whole monkey comment. Okay. When my daughter was little, they had like little shirts that had like a cute little monkey with a bow on it. We wasn't buying that. Don't buy that. My daughter wasn't wearing that. We wasn't going there. That's
Kearney, can you address this comment by Vanessa? She goes, Ev is Afro-Latina, just like me. You guys stop. When is
Afro-Latina is somebody like Amara La Negra, somebody that is real black.
Thank you.
I can't say that I'm Afro-Latina because I'm only really black in the summertime and my hair is not so black. So it's like,
I love you.
I do. She keeps it so real. That's why
She's
I like
so real.
her. Yeah, there's no sugarcoating nothing.
You can't say, you know, she does have, you know, African in her blood, but if everybody do their DNA, everybody got African in their blood because the first people come from Africa anyway. Educate yourself.
And black and white.
Know that Afro-Latina has hair like mine. I'm Afro-Latina. Yo hablo español. Mi papa puertorriqueño. My mother is negra. So that's me. I'm Afro-Latina.
She's Puerto Rican.
And that's what I'm saying. Evelyn's saying that she's Afro-Latina. That is not. Her hair is straight. Her family is from Puerto Rico. And she got only African blood from Puerto Rico, from them coming from Africa and impregnating pure Puerto Ricans. So she is not Afro-Latina. Why? Because she's from the Bronx? No, baby, I'm Afro-Latina.
And, you know, right. Yeah. Just because you eat mofongo don't make you Afro-Latina, okay, man?
Well, just because you take a lot of black cock don't make you either. So that doesn't make me either. I'm just sorry. I'm sick of we need to stop including everybody because everybody ain't black.
But she wasn't saying this years ago. She was, you know, this is you.
And let me say this: black and white is a class system. It's not a ethnic group. It's not your nationality. That is a caste system that white people has given you to say that they're privileged and you're not privileged. And this is where we get it all mixed up when we say, "Oh, she's not black." She's not. Well, that's a class system. She didn't claim to be black. Now she considered herself to be brown. Because that's part of still the class system. There is red and there's yellow. Y'all know what yellow is? It's Asian. That's closer to white. And middle is red. I mean, not red. Middle is red and brown. It's with the Native Americans and also Latin people. Latin people are closer to black spectrum. Yeah. But a lot of people
is not black.
Furby is not black. Furby is not black.
Phoebe is black.
Not black.
Phoebe
is not black.
Phoebe is light skin. She black.
She light skin.
She's a light skinned black woman. Phoebe on the show, she's black.
I think her dad is black.
She's definitely black. She's definitely black. There's a million of her black girls running around. She's light skinned. She's just black. You thought she was like from another country or something? Schoolboy?
No, I mean they all look the same. I mean, everybody claims that they black now. If you have a little,
Phoebe's black.
A microcosm of black. Everybody says that they're black now. So I don't know who's
Phoebe
black.
Is like Dr. EVA got it.
Yeah,
Dr.
Phoebe
EPA
is light
broke it down.
skinned with a wig.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
light skinned with a
Well, I
wig.
didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Because-
she looks like every other Instagram model. I
But-
don't know. They all
but
look the same.
but let's say this, like how what's her name? Giselle. Giselle, we can call her black because she grew up as a black woman, because she went under that heading of being black. Now she could have switched up like the woman did on what's called Imitation of Life, how she disowned her mother and took on the class system of being white. So she claims to be white, so she can't come back and say, I'm black. No, you grew up as a white girl. You grew up in saying that you did not want to be part of our class system. That's classification.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Kearney.
people can say a lot of stuff, but that's not what they are.
My love, thank you for keeping it real with us tonight, as
Yes,
usual. The backstage is full. Yes, Denise, put out your blunt, girl. Put that blunt out. I caught. Yes, I did. Okay, Curdy, you have a good evening. Okay, I love you so much. Okay,
I'll see you. Bye-bye.
bye, my love. Bye. I'm gonna bring Denise on. I definitely got to hear what she said after she took that drag.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to smoke when the middle of the video started going. I started rolling, so you probably watched me the whole time like this girl. I couldn't do it. It was just like, come on. So I have a lot of different opinions. Some might be popular, some may not. OG, for me, she's getting on my nerve. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe I'm one of the chocolates that I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, to me, this is just BS to continue to go on and drag and pull through over and over and over. It's just like, girl, the end of the last season, we knew that you were going there with the whole colorist thing. Evelyn was wrong for posting the monkey, and she should have addressed it. And then that should have just pretty much killed it after that, because anything else is just favoritism. It doesn't have anything to do with your skin tone or, how you look or whatever the case may be. Now, my personal opinion, regardless of what her features is, yes, OG is ugly to me. So I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, girl, you're beautiful and fuck what everybody got to say. Da, da, da. You are you. Be comfortable in you. You've always been that from the beginning, like she said. She's been herself. And unfortunately, herself is quite aggressive. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like she's sweet and bubbles and understanding all the time. I do feel like she, every time she has a valid argument to give with someone, she gets annoyed that that person is not being as slow as they always act, I guess. And then she starts talking to, oh, I'll lay you out, or I'll end you, or I'll do this, I'll do that. She starts speaking in those violent terms. And I mean, finally, this last episode, somebody said, we'll do it, it was really with the shit. But other than that, no one else is really down to get out there and fight her or whatever the case may be. So of course they're going to keep saying like, oh, you're aggressive and it's threatening and blah, 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 because when they're not speaking on throwing hands with you, that's where you go first. And they're not used to that. They're used to doing that to other people. So, I mean, maybe they're just going to feel that way naturally. But, I think that she just needs to address her issue with Evelyn. And then at the end of the day, whatever that comes of, whether they solve it in court, if they solve it on camera, I really don't care. Just solve it. Like, I'm just tired of hearing, like, when she tried to say Phoebe because she said she was Godzilla. First of all, girl, you just threatened her. Like, within 5 seconds before you made that statement, you said, I will pull your body apart. What does Godzilla do? Can anybody let me know if he doesn't, crash through buildings and kill people and stomp on things and rip shit apart? Like, that's what he does. She described you correctly. What are you upset for? Like, that's how I felt, and it wasn't like she was just like, oh, you look like a fucking Godzilla, da da da. She was like, okay, Godzilla, like, because you just said you were going to tear her body apart. That's not colorist. Like, that's not. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. She described a character that you didn't like. Unfortunately, it was in a root of another, animal that we know that we would take offensive in another light. But in that situation with Phoebe, I know that I could tell that wasn't nothing colorist. There was nothing colorist about that. She was just describing what she was saying. She would tear that motherfucker up. and pull everybody apart and all that other fighting words she was saying. So
you know where the colorism comes in at though? It comes in at when the group don't address that everybody's aggressive, but they only put it as OG is aggressive. That's what she keeps saying. I'm saying the group. I'm not saying nobody specific, because the group, their reactions are totally different when it's someone else being aggressive versus her. Now, everybody's in that group aggressive to me, in my opinion, except really Kristen. She's passive aggressive, but everybody else is aggressive. They have done crazy stuff, and OG just have made idle threats to all of them, because OG could rip them apart, but she chooses not to do it because she can't go to prison for murder charges. But nevertheless, but everybody calls her aggressive. Like Shani keeps saying, "Oh my God, she playing the whole Karen role." And I'm like, "Ma'am, you weren't playing that role with your friends." When Tammy straight mushed Mika in the face and just start mollywopping her, you didn't call Evelyn, aggressive all the 9,400 times she have thrown bottles and hit folks and jumped over tables. Nobody called her aggressive. The fans called her aggressive, said, "Take this show off the air." But you know what they did? They brought the show right back. Because Evelyn, they don't see her as aggressive because she's spicy. She's a Latin woman. So it's two different rules, and this is a full-blooded African woman. Oh my God, this is too much. No, it ain't too much.
I feel like she should just play it even. Like at the end of the day, when Evelyn gets to popping her shit, or anybody comes to her, acting like they down the ride, and she know that she can fuck them up with one probably hit, she could just let them know you're being, mad aggressive. Like reflect that energy. Because aggressive is what aggressive is, just like you made the point. Everybody's done it. So if what your actions or what your words are, if they're aggressive, everyone has the right to call it out. And nobody could be like, "Oh, well, what do you mean?" Or unless, you're going back and forth, of course, that's more than one person being aggressive at that point.
Thank you, Denise. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for sharing your opinion tonight.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Y'all make sure y'all have a good one.
You too.
You too.
Okay. I'm going to bring Lakeisha on. Hey, Lakeisha.
Hey, you better be at that staircase.
Good, how are you?
Hey, friends.
Hey, Lakeisha.
Hi.
Hey, sweetheart.
Okay. Hi. So that's my 2-year-old. He's having his moments tonight, guys. So
I love your hair, girl.
Oh, thank you. I'm actually taking it down. Look.
What are your thoughts on the OG and the whole situation? Are they trying to gaslight her, make her look bad?
I think so. What I really think is, I think OG wanted to come on this little vacation, and Shawnee and the production didn't like how it went this season before, and they're trying to clean up all their BS. That's hence sending Kristen over twice, sending Malaysia over, and and OG did say, she said, I think it's a colorism as of a group, and we've all done it. She included herself in that. I did hear her say that. And yeah, I do also agree. I think if OG would have came off and said, "Listen, you guys keep asking me this, and I keep telling you in the nicest way I can, but if I say, 'Bitch, get out my face, be gone,' then I'm aggressive again. Then I'm this aggressive ape woman." And I think the colorism thing also, for me, it comes in is when you have a friend like Evelyn, who is not African American, that are calling your friends or anybody else a monkey, a roach, ling ling, you are racist. And it's colorist if you are another Black woman who's allowing your friend call me, a Black woman, a roach or a monkey. So I mean, yeah, I kind of get a little heated at that. I think I don't like it. And secondly, when it comes into production, I'm okay with her recording that, because she's trying to cover her tracks. They're trying to bury her with these narratives and storylines. And if I was in her shoes, I would do the same thing. I know they're long, they're exhausting, but we're also in the times of where everybody's protesting what they feel is right. We're protesting Black Lives Matter. We're protesting when we're done wrong as of a colored race. she's doing the same thing in our own race. So it's wrong now that she wants to speak up about it. No, she should.
Absolutely, well said.
Yeah, that's all.
Evelyn called somebody the N-word too. What that mean?
I would consider that colorism amongst the group if you don't call her out on her stuff and you're still keying with her. Because if you did call her out, she would have known from the beginning to stop. It's not accepted in this group, and I can't do it.
And you know who stopped her? Was Tammy on that season when she was sitting down with her when it was that costume party, the Halloween party. And she said, I'm just saying my ninja. And she said, first of all, I'm not your ninja. That's what we're gonna start right there.
Tammy, we'll put you in your
and
place.
she put her in her place.
Good.
And that's the thing about it is stop allowing folks to use the N-word around you, because then they get comfortable and they think they can keep saying it, and they keep saying, I'm not black. Well, okay, thank you. You just helped to make it easier. Don't say it no more. If you say it one more time, you will have a fat lip. Thank you and God bless.
But then legally too. Listen, on these other franchises, with the girls from Texas, she said, "Oh, my eyes is," and she was imitating and said, "My eyes is chinky."
Randy Redmond.
Yeah. If she can't say that, you definitely can't call somebody Ling Ling. And then the thing is, Shawnee doesn't care. This is your employee. You're her boss at some point. Shawnee, you're sending everybody over. And that's the reason why she was like, I'm done. I'm leaving. Because nobody was breaking that wall with OG. She was like, I don't care. I think OG came to have fun, and they're approaching her about it. She's over it.
Yeah, she is. Thanks, sweetheart. Thanks, sis. We appreciate you calling in, and you have a good evening.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, baby. Bye. I'm going to bring So Debonair on. Oh, and Dr. Evie as well. So Debonair, what are your thoughts on OG? Definitely want to hear from you.
Oh Lord, I need some stronger than water.
Ooh, I know. I need to go get a drink.
Bishop, you might as well just turn that.
I'm turning it off.
Turn it off. Just turn it
Let
off.
me go get some rum.
Hi, Dr. Evie.
Hey, Dr. Evie, my Nigerian queen.
Hey, Dr. EVA.
Okay, my brother, go off.
So, first of all, I think that what you guys are missing there is this is from actually last episode. And so this was a conversation that Malaysia and OG had. To me, I feel like this. If I'm recording you, I'm never going to give you I'm going to paint the picture I want you to see, just like they got the producer to do on the show. I'm painting the picture that you want me to see. I don't think that OG gave them what she would give them if she wasn't purposely recording this audio at all. I don't think that. I also feel like a lot of this, because I've been trying to get home for the last 2 hours to get here. In the comment section and even listening to the conversation, I think a lot of it is stuck on Evelyn, but a lot of this really hasn't had to do a lot with Evelyn. If you guys, which I realize a lot of people don't even watch the show, so it makes a lot of sense. A lot of it has to do with the fact that these people have really been trying to figure out, one, what has been going on, two, how do we fix it? Because you guys are like, well, you know, OG, she should have done this, she should have done this. But if you've been watching this whole season, Jennifer has done what OG should have done. Jennifer hasn't cared about nothing. Jennifer been drinking, having a good time by herself. She don't care if the whole house blows up. Jennifer is drinking her drinks and having a good time. And even when Monique was on here, she was like, if they brought her back on to House of the Potomac, they let her that contract, they was going to get nothing from her. That's exactly what Jennifer has been giving them the entire season. So if OG didn't want to be involved in all this stuff, she had the opportunity not to do that. The thing is that, to me, I feel like OG had an agenda to point out something that I don't think that she was equipped to handle. Because, yes, we understand the colorism, and you know she's taught us a lot about colorism and featureism, and she brought up something else that I can't remember that was in that audio. It was a third thing. She's taught us a lot of things, but then when they ask her questions, she kind of fumbles and backs. She does a lot of things that doesn't really make sense. So I feel like what was it?
You saying OG did a lot of things that didn't make no sense?
Yeah, she was saying, like, once they started asking her, she fumbled around. To me, this is my own personal opinion. This is not the views of All About the Tea.
But let me tell you, I think she did things that make a lot of sense. She's gathering information for her attorneys. Remember, she's in litigation, so she's asking plain questions, and she's making them answer so she can take the bag.
She's not even asking questions. She's actually letting them ask questions, and then she's not really giving them anything. So I think that a lot of it has to do with what you're saying. And then people are like, well, why didn't Evelyn go over there? Well, they're in the court battle, and I may be wrong, players, you can correct me, but I don't think they're allowed to have a conversation. OG and Evelyn, I don't know if that's true or not, because they are in that court battle. So that's what it was. But I guess for this episode that actually happened, a lot of it didn't make sense to us. And yes, OG had recorded this part, which was basically from the last episode. But this episode, it was really like, well, right after she did all this, then she threatened the new girls about ending them. And then when Jackie sat down with her, and Jackie plays a lot of games. Jackie, who Jackie is. But I feel like at the end of the episode, Jackie was kind of over. She was like, listen, especially when she found out that Jackie considered her a color. I don't remember what the exact word that she used, that, oh, there's a colorism problem in the group. And she said, including herself. So everybody at home is like, what? So and she's like, including herself, then what? So when she said that, and then she used the example of a black mom saying, take your black A to sleep. And I'm like, well, my mom has said all these things to me. And, yes, this may be an example of colorism. To me, I don't really feel like that's that. I just think it's like black culture. It's things that we've been taught as African-American people to say to our children. It's been said to us. So we just kind of repeat the things, just like Big Mama telling us a bunch of things that probably are not true in 2021. But that's what's happening. What I feel like that they were trying to do, especially, and let's exit everybody else besides Jackie. I feel like what Jackie wanted was to bring a resolution. And whether it was, hey, maybe what you are saying is not all the 100% correct. Maybe 99.9% of it is right. I understand you experience colorism, but we all messed up. We all have done bad things. And Jackie listed off every single thing that she has done on this show, but she's like, we've all messed up. So as a human being, are we not allowed to do that? Basically is what she was saying to OG. And I feel like at that time, OG was like kind of understanding, like, because everybody was like, they're over. They left both of the houses. It was a wrap for them. And OG was just like shutting down to the point where she got up and she left. And to me, as an adult, whether it's colorism, racism, you white, yellow, black, green, purple, whatever color that it is, as an adult, we should be able to sit down and have a conversation about problems that we are having, period. And I think that, yes, a lot of people in the comment section, you realize no one's really watched this show this season. So all we go off of is the reviews of the show. We go off of what we see on the internet. We go off of OG's recordings that she's had. But I'm never going to go off of OG's recordings because OG is privy to recordings that no one else is privy to. So this is an act. My ex used to record me when we were arguing, and he would use it back on me. But these are not things he would normally say when he's recording me. So I'm not going to sit there and think that when OG's recording these conversations that this is full-blown OG experience. It's not going to be that because she knows that she's recorded to put this on social media because she has a fan base now that is backing her. I think this has a lot to do with the fact that OG has had a really bad experience in her childhood. And a lot of us have had that. So we all can relate to those kind of things. So when it comes to people coming to us and they're saying things that we just don't really feel are right, it does come off as, oh, I'm being attacked. But if we rewind this show back to before OG got there, Basketball Wives Miami was shut down because of Evelyn and Shawnee. Everybody keeps on saying they've never been called out. Shawnee sat down. She never sit down with Evelyn and what's her name? Tammy. She sat down with her pastor. She said she doesn't know what to do with this group of ladies. It seems really bad. She never sat down with them. She sat down with the pastor. They did the same thing they did with OG. She tried another season. It didn't work. The ratings went down. So then they cut those girls out. They still left LA, keep going. And then they brought Tammy back. Tammy came back. Tammy admitted that Shawnee brought her back for the ratings. And even when Tammy came back, she tried to fight Brandy, then she tried to fight Duffy. And this is 2 different seasons. So at the end of the day, to me, it's just like, I just kind of, I feel, because I'm like, at some point, you know, what has to happen here? Because people already feel like this before everybody came over to LA. Now we have this OG situation. What has to happen for everybody not to be offended when the show comes on every season? And, you know, I think people just want to stay stuck on this Evelyn situation, but it's a group, or as OG calls it, it's the collective situation. Everybody has the same issue. It's the aggression from every single person on this cast. And even Jackie said that. And if you guys actually watch this episode at the end, Jackie says that. It's not just a one-person situation. It's everybody that's been involved in the show.
Dr. Evier, what are your thoughts? And, you know, even respond to So Debonair and his assessment. What are your thoughts on the secret recording and OG's claims? You're on mute, my love. Hello?
She looked cute, though.
Uh-huh.
Hello?
I love the
Okay, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So it's my, okay, let me get these up. Sorry about that. So a couple of things. In regard to the recording, you know what? You're right. I think that to some extent, if one person is knowledgeable about a recording and the other person isn't, there's always going to be a differential there. However, isn't this whole thing being recorded? So I'm not sure at what point OG's recording is taking place versus the show's recording. So separate and distinct from the legality of it, if everyone knows that they're being recorded, audio and visual, then there really shouldn't be a difference in OG's supplemental recording, right? They're just exposing what's taking place. So that's how I feel on that issue. Now, the next thing is, you know, these conversations about race are definitely hard. Again, I've mentioned this before. What's going on in the country is just, like what's going on in the show, I think is a reflection of what's going on in the country on a larger level. All of these shows are having a reanalysis. This is not the only show. I mean, Love and Hip Hop is doing their family whatever. You know, 1, 2, I mean, we're looking back at America's Next Top Model, not necessarily with the race thing, but with body image and, you know, positivity. All of these shows are being re-reviewed. Even, I guess, there's a lot of things. I think there's a larger reckoning of how do we address these issues of race and colorism. So I have to say, with the Basketball Wives show, I'm glad they came back. I'm glad that they're talking about this, specifically to OG. Okay, I stand with OG. She's speaking her truth, and I think everyone has a right to speak their truth. In relation to the comment about, oh, everyone is colorist, I didn't really take it like that. The way I took it is, for example, if you say that in America there is a racial issue, that doesn't necessarily mean every single person individually is racist. I think it means it's a systemic issue. We have to address it as a collective. Yes, individual people are racist, for sure, or can be racist, but also that like we are also members of that group and therefore have a community, as a community have to address it. So that's how I felt about it. And when she included herself, I was like, yes, applause, yes, that's her point. For the person who does say, you know, get your black, whatever, she's basically saying we all have to take responsibility, including herself, to address this issue. That's how I feel about it.
And can
said.
I speak on the Jackie thing?
I also think even from the episode, I also think there's 2 different types of conversations that are happening. There's OG having a conversation with Jackie, and then there's conversations with everyone else happening.
Yeah.
No one's actually having a conversation together.
Agreed.
That's where most of the confusion comes from, because no one's telling, because even when you listen to the audio, she said, well, I told Jackie that, you know, something's not working with me and Chris, so I'm gonna have to try to do something different.
Yes.
But Kristen was never privy to that information, so she didn't know that. So it's like no one's actually communicating. So this is why all this stuff just keeps on getting jumbled up. Nobody's understanding anything because at the end of the day, no one's talking. The people that are having the issues are not clashing and having conversations with each other. And even with the Shawnee thing, like I kind of understand it because for me, like I would protect my personal peace, and if I feel like I can someone and like actually have a conversation where it's going to make sense to me, I just don't want to do it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, it just doesn't make sense to do it. And I've been there before, and not in this type of situation, but in different types of situations. I just don't want to have a conversation with someone I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. And if Kristen came and then Malaysia came, Jackie's her friend. I've talked to Jackie, and she hasn't really given me any kind of information. Like, it doesn't seem like something that's going to change for me. Like, I just don't want to do it.
You can't take that attitude though, especially not when you're the boss. And so to your point, that's really the issue. You keep saying it's not an Evelyn thing. It absolutely is an Evelyn thing. It's an Evelyn and Shawnee thing. Those are the primary people who OG have issues with. So instead of them sending one over like a little puppy, then sending another one over, then sending another one over, the two head HBICs need to man and woman up and go over there. And honestly, with production, this was a perfect opportunity to bring in Iyanla or bring in Dr. Jeff or bring in whoever and have a round table discussion. And I will give you credit to say, no, I don't watch the show. We only watch, we only talk about what is presented to us. But even in the clips and things that I see of the show, I have yet to see where anyone is trying to talk Evelyn down. Where anyone is saying, girl, we don't sue each other and we don't do this. Why is all of the onus on OG to change or to say that she really didn't feel how she felt? That's not fair. You have to look at both sides of it. Production is not doing what they should do if the goal is reconciliation. If the goal is to keep
can I just acknowledge a few
BS,
super chats before we wrap things up? Can I acknowledge a few super chats because it's getting late and everyone's really tired. Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. Why do you think they aren't talking together? They don't want to. It's not rocket science, sweetheart. I don't know. They just keep sending in one at a time. Obviously, it's producer driven to maybe make it seem like they can't be around her or something. Nia Lecky, again, thank you. What has the ladies asked Jen? No one wants to talk to her. They are continuously sending other people to get her to retract from the colorist statement. She has to record for her safety. OG is assertive, not aggressive. Yeah. Karen, look, thank you so much for the Canadian coin. We appreciate you. I love you all. Y'all make my night. To the handsome young lady that said OG's ugly, do you know you look very similar to her? Who said OG was ugly?
I say the handsome young lady.
Who are they talking about?
The girl that came on me.
The one. Okay, Denise.
Yeah.
Denise doesn't look like OG, does she? Maybe similar complexion, but I don't know. Feature-wise, Lindsay Bree, thank you so much for the super chat. Deb, it doesn't matter. Who's Deb? You? Oh, so debonair. Yeah. The ladies still said what they said in the audio. I want to know, what are you talking about? Not believing the audio. What do you mean by that?
What I'm saying is that if I'm like, let's say I'm recording this because y'all confronting me, right? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to play my part in this. I'm like, oh yeah, Monica, you may be right. Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm not going to give you my full authentic self in me recording you guys, and you guys don't know that. I'm going to be like, yep, you're probably right. Well, this is what I've been saying. Not like, oh no, this ain't what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not going to give you all my energy. I'm going to give you what I feel like the people that follow me.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I get it.
But it's confusing though, because Dr. EVA made sense of it because they're being recorded as well. So it's kind of a little odd because they're being their best selves as well.
But they don't have control over the recording. OG has control over the recording that she puts out there, right?
But they have the control over how they react to everything because they're still being recorded, whether or not they know OG has it or not. Now, it'd been different if y'all was in a private conversation, like what you said with you and your husband. Y'all was private conversation, so you was unaware. So it wasn't like it was another film crew watching you as well. So it's a little different.
You're absolutely right at what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, if I'm recording everything personal, like the camera crew doesn't have I don't know if they do or they don't. But me recording my personal self, I'm recording what I want people to know, people to hear, my view of things. So I'm going to give you what I want from my personal recording.
Understood. Yeah, I understand. Demo, thank you so much for the super chat. If OG acted like Evelyn, do you think Oprah would have given her a spinoff, Colorism or Favoritism? Not that position for Evelyn. Ooh. I'm sorry, Class. You were going to say something?
Oh, no. I was just going to say I don't necessarily agree with what Debonair is saying right now, but I definitely understand. Because although the whole camera crew is filming, the only reason why OG did a secret recording was because she knew she was not going to get a fair edit. So if I know I'm not going to get a fair edit already, I'm not going to go in like I may have normally gone in. Because I need to preserve my argument that see how they edit me. So I can see it both ways. I don't think she was necessary. I don't think she was gonna act any differently. I think she is over it to a certain extent, but they keep asking her and pushing her hand, so she did what she did.
Bree, I know it's late, but I just want to bring you on here. I'm sorry, it's real quick, Bria, because I know you have something to say. Are you okay? Or you're on mute?
Girl, I was on mute, child. Just real quick, because they talked so long, I didn't pour all this wine.
I know.
I'm gonna go lay down after this, but I definitely see everybody's point. I do have to agree to disagree to some points, but my main thing is, and where I feel like she's saying it's a collective, because if you're in my presence, I'm going to check you if you're wrong, if you're my friend. You're not going to sit up here and play yourself on TV and be a colorist or being seen as a colorist. And I feel like that's my issue with Shawnee. And if you're homegirls with her, then you tell her like, sis, no, like, I understand, like, you might see, yeah, girl, we Afro-Latina together. If that's your thing, but like, you can't do that outside with these other people. They react differently. People react differently to different things. And I actually had a girlfriend who was Puerto Rican and Irish, and she just thought because she grew up in a certain neighborhood that she could just say certain words. And I'm just like, I'm not that friend you can do that with. I don't care who you do that with anybody else. You do that with them. I'm the friend that's going to tell you, you're not going to say that with me. And I actually do have friends who are white, who grew up in predominantly black neighborhoods, who will literally check their family like, no, you're tripping. Don't do that. And so that's my issue with the whole situation. Like, stop coming over here asking me what's going on. You watch CNN in the news. You know what's going on in the world. You know the issues of what colorism is. You grew up. Your mama had that talk with you. You know the dynamic of light skin, dark skin. So stop playing the 50 like you don't know. Just check your friend. And that's my issue.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. Thanks, sis. You have a good night. Okay, baby. Bye. Nia Lucky, a prime example is the Monique Samuel thing. The production had the footage and didn't use it. They want to show a certain edit. That's why she recorded herself. Thank you for the super chat. Let's wrap things up, guys. Let's put a button on it. I'm pretty sure we'll have another recording next week that we can talk about. Bishop, where can they find you?
Can I say no more recordings, girl? Save it and put it into a file, honey. We show us after the show is over. Thank you.
Now put a button on it, Monica Osefo.
Oh, how dare you, girl? Ooh.
But okay, you can find me here on YouTube, as under the Bishop. My goodness, I'm tongue tied. And you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bishop Redfield.
Plus, where can they find you?
Hey, you can find me over on Instagram at scared_of_beautiful and here on my YouTube channel at Scared of Beautiful, just spaces, no periods.
So Debonair.
Yes, you can find me on everything So Debonair, and also whoever that special K guy was, inbox me. But yeah, So Debonair and everything, and also check out my podcast, Affairs of the Heart.
All right, Dr. EVA.
Hi, everyone. Definitely check out my YouTube channel. It's Dr. EVA Okendai Apia. And I'm also on Instagram. Follow me on there, Dr. EVA OA. All things health and wellness. And there's more coming for sure.
You look beautiful, by the way, sis. I love that. I love
yes,
that
God.
design. It's very, very nice. You're here. Everything. You're glowing. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You guys are amazing.
Aw, my sister, my friend, Marcella. Where can they find you? You on mute, my love. You on mute.
I just would like y'all to subscribe to Speak with Your Girl Marcella. And it's on YouTube. Speak with Your Girl Marcella. We're going to get raunchy and rugged. So that if you can't hold on, don't come over there.
Hey, I got my seatbelt.
Get ready, okay? Schoolboy, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at school_boy. You can find me on Twitter at school_boy. And you can find me on Instagram at school_boy_2021.
All right. Come and talk with me. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jackie treated her dark-skinned daughter different than her light-skinned daughter. Yeah, we all know that. That's true. Lakeisha, my love, thank you for the super chat. I love this panel. We love you too. Y'all can find me here on YouTube.
Monica, I like the light. They brought up the light.
They did, okay. Listen, Marcella is the type of hype woman you need on your team, child. Okay, all right. And she just does it because she wanted to do it. She just loves us, on this panel. I'm here on YouTube. I reside here. All About the Tea. Subscribe to the channel. I don't want you to miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we spill over here. Teacups. Thank you so much for being patient with us tonight. I know it was a long night. I know that recording was a lot, but we got through it. And we're going to put a button on it because I'm pretty sure this is not the end of it. Okay. So if you sent in a super chat and I didn't announce it, I am so sorry. I will definitely do it on the next. I have screenshots. I'll do it on the next live tomorrow evening. I love you all. Mods, thank you for holding down the chat. We appreciate you. Everyone, again, that sent in a super chat or a cash chat, thank you so much for helping us keep the lights on. And I promise you, because I know there were lengthy comments in those super chats, I will read them tomorrow night. We appreciate you so much. I want y'all to stay safe and be blessed. See you tomorrow. We'll be back here spilling more tea, same time, same place. Bye, everyone.